thunder grunt.
Then put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain we can't climb.
Phil?
Hey, Phil?
Phil Connors?
Phil Connors. I thought that was you.
Hi, how you doing?
Thanks for watching! Hey!
Now don't you tell me you don't remember me, because I sure as heck fire remember you.
Not a chance.
Ned Ryerson.
Needle nose Ned.
Ned the Head?
Come on, buddy.
Case Western High!
Ned Ryerson. I did the whistling belly button trick at the high school talent show.
Bing!
Ned Ryerson got the shingles real bad senior year. Almost didn't graduate.
Bing again!
Ned Ryerson, I dated your sister Mary Pat a couple of times until you told me not to anymore?
Well?
Ned Ryerson?
Bing!
Bing!
In a small little ship in the center of Mars was a sack of souls with experiment scars. When the psychedelic monk said, I'll take two, and he put them in a rocket and he ate a lot of glue. And he shot them straight to Earth when they turned into babies. They were named Bob and Matt, and they rarely got rabies. And the monk made a movie of their whole entire lives. They were panoramic scenes and zooms of the thighs. One time Bob had sex with a ladle, and one time Matt lost a vet to a cradle, and another time Bob caught a dinosaur mom, and another time Matt bought a replica of Guam. And all this and more is on a DVD set, only $20.99 with the purchase of a gem. But if you call right now and say, where's my whisk, we'll include this bonus disc.
Hey, welcome to Bonus Disc!
Jesus Christ!
You were not expecting it at all.
We're
God
sitting here talking
damn
about
it.
silent. You scared the shit
Yeah,
out of me.
you literally jumped. I'm Bob Rose, the co-host of Bonus Disc,
Not
and here
true
with
at
me
all.
is the host, Matthew Arnold, PA. And
What
we're
did I
joined. Don't
do?
talk. You're
Is
all
this-
scared now. I don't want you to say something you'll regret. Anyway.
Whose house is this?
Actually, it's
Yours.
mine.
Yeah, you're the host.
So whatever.
Fuck
Anyway,
you.
we're here with the gentleman from Hobo Radio, Joel Murphy and Lars Periwinkle.
Well, Matt, thanks so much for having us on your show.
You're a wonderful host.
Yeah.
You're the best
Remember when I asked you guys to do it?
Yeah.
Remember when I did that? Not Bob.
Yeah, it's crazy. We don't even really know
all
you that
you
well.
guys.
Murph, take some notes. This is how you host a fucking show
yeah.
over here.
As is
You show up, you think late, and then you just lose your mind for 2.5 hours. That's how you host the show, apparently. I don't know.
As is tradition, we watched the movie that Matt chose, which was
well, it's actually
the
true this time.
2002
Damn it.
movie Steel on Netflix that none of us have ever fucking heard of. I'm pretty sure no one that wasn't in
Was
the
it
movie.
called Steel? I actually don't remember the opening credits. Was it called Steel?
Yeah.
Was there opening credits?
There was opening credits, and it did say
It said
Steel.
Steel.
In fact, the same like animatic for the text was used in all the credits. The whole like swirling.
Okay.
But everybody's name was in the same.
But it
like,
was just, didn't take up the whole screen. It was just the middle of it.
Yeah,
Like there was
well.
nothing going on, and then just have to.
that's extreme, man, because it makes your mind say, "Why
It
is
is
that
extreme.
border there?"
Extreme!
This movie's really extreme.
Yeah, I mean, I've never heard of this movie before. It has like 3 titles. It's Riders, and it has some other foreign
Or would
title.
you say it should have been
Also, it
called?
should have been called Heisters.
Yeah.
Heisters, right?
Absolutely.
Which is
That would've been
a
great.
word the movie made up. It's like the one creative thing it did, and it didn't use that. Oh man. So, Steel, let's jump in.
Dude,
Because that's what they did.
Yeah. Well, let's base jump into it, right?
You have 2 surges.
Grab all the equipment, let's climb on the roof and jump.
We're
into
doing
the
this
air.
from the side of like a rock
Jesus.
climbing wall right now. We're all suspended.
Yeah, we're all just tethered to the sheer
I'm on a
rock
unicycle.
wall.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I spent the week just going underwater and holding my breath.
Yeah.
You gotta practice, bro.
Dude, how are you supposed to podcast about a movie this extreme without knowing how long you would survive underwater?
Exactly.
All right, man.
All right. Actually,
It starts with a bank robbery where Steven Dorff and the woman and the black guy.
let's
Otis.
give them names.
Otis. I can't remember
for
the
later.
woman's
That's gonna
name.
sound
I
bad
know,
that you
yeah,
said it
sorry.
like that.
That's why I hesitated.
I think it's less offensive to call him black guy.
I'm sorry. Otis.
You've seen this twice, by the way,
What's
Matt.
I don't care about characters' names and stuff when nothing makes any sense. You expect me to remember them? Fuck them.
I don't want to call the black guy Otis anymore. Can we call him Charles or something? I don't feel right about
Ian.
it. Ian.
Good
Something
lord,
Aiden,
no.
something exceedingly
Johan.
white.
Ian in this scene. Well,
Yeah,
you know.
Ian.
Get
Okay.
gross with it. All right. What's the woman's name? I forget her name.
She's
Did we learn her name?
Alex.
She kind of looked like.
This is why I took
Oh, you
notes.
wrote something down.
Oh yeah,
He's a genius.
Lars and Joel took notes. Me and Matt don't do any of
Yeah,
that.
fuck that.
Yeah, I can break him down. Slim is our hero.
Played by
Right,
Steven
Steven
Dorff.
Dorff.
Steven Dorff is Slim.
God, he's
Of
sexy,
the
right?
gate fame.
Yes.
He's sexy, right?
And then Alex is his girlfriend with the
But
blonde
they're-
hair.
With the feathered wig.
Yeah, with the feathered
Her
wig.
hair was insanely feathered. I've never
yeah,
seen
yeah.
feathering
Also-
like that.
Also,
She
very
looked like-
confusing is in the opening bank heist, she's pretending to be a person in the bank named Dorothy for some reason. And
Right.
then she becomes Alex. So she
No,
has-
no.
That's the same woman.
No, it's not.
Is that not the same woman?
No,
I don't think
that
it
was
is.
an actual hostage.
Oh, because I thought.
Wait a minute, you thought that woman?
I really. Really?
No, this
Wait,
is
did
why.
you think that too?
I didn't think that at all.
Okay,
no,
okay.
No, but I thought, but Murph is really good at movies, and I didn't think
No,
he'd
this
make
is
them
why.
think-
I like that
Because-
you're the one taking notes. And you...
No, but this is why. If you give me a chance, I can.
She did wear a lot of wigs.
Because there is a line of dialogue after the heist where she's standing there with Slim and he kisses her and he says, "You still taste like that other guy." That's a line of dialogue in the movie.
Was that fucking her?
No,
That's
that
why-
was him in. That's how this movie
Wait.
tells you how things happened. Because I don't have any time to give you a backstory.
No, but I thought
all this
because-
horse shit has to go on.
Because
He made
Dorothy-
that
They were dating and
happening
she.
right now?
Nothing.
Look, seriously, you
This is what it's like to watch this movie.
You have to insinuate so many things from
This
what
is the
people
first
say.
30 seconds, and we have no idea what's going on. We all saw something different.
Because there's a woman named Dorothy in the bank, and he forces that woman to kiss a guy.
To kiss a
Yeah,
guy.
And then when he shows Alex, who you don't see in the bank at any
She's
point.
the one filling the bags and goes.
Okay.
She's the one who goes bag full. The first person.
Okay.
She says bags full. She hands the first bag
So
to
what
Otis.
other guy did she taste like?
Yeah, what guy did she kiss then?
That's implying that they were dating. She fucked another guy.
What?
And
Really?
he's angry at her.
That's a lot of
Yes,
backstory,
Dude, that's
man.
such
Yes.
assumption. I don't know about
No,
that.
because you seriously have to make that assumption there because later she's the guy. Remember when Frank
damn it.
thinks he's gonna die? Like,
What? Okay.
Wait, we'll get to that.
Yeah,
That's-
that
yeah,
scene,
you're jumping
no,
way
but
ahead.
that
Jesus
scene
Christ.
reinforces what I'm telling you now.
Yeah, maybe before we talk about Frank, we should get to minute 3 of this movie.
Right.
Dude, we're still in 60 seconds.
Okay, so also adding to my confusion, because I feel like I need to clarify this, is that for some reason Alex is wearing a terrible fake wig in the beginning of the movie. A
Yeah.
blonde,
Just constantly
like-
during
I
all the
thought
heists.
she was Natasha Henstridge for a while.
Okay, thank you.
Right? I was
All
like,
of the women are kind of look similar.
yeah.
No, wait, she looked like she escaped from the internet in the 90s.
Yeah.
Dude, her outfits were out of control.
Oh yeah, she dressed like a weird '90s hooker.
No,
for most of the movie.
she was in like
Alex
bar
was
scenes
weird.
and hackers in the background.
yeah,
Like,
always.
definitely. There's no way that
Or
she wasn't.
like her entire fashion sense came from Mila Jovovich in The Fifth Element.
Yeah,
either
right.
one.
It was.
Yeah.
Okay, either one.
Okay,
She was
so
wearing fishnets under capri jeans.
All right,
Come
all
on.
right.
Come
We
on.
gotta get more than 40
Okay,
seconds
okay.
into the movie.
the moment.
so the-
Hurry.
the robbing a bank.
The fear
robbing
is
a
real.
bank.
You're robbing a bank.
And Steven Dorff, for his amusement, makes people make out.
Yeah.
The hostages. I
was
guess he's into
weird.
that.
Yeah, I don't
And
know why- I
while
don't know
they're
why the
making
mind
out,
games.
there's an Asian guy crawling on the floor.
Yeah.
And he
I
shoots.
don't know why I
forgot
said he
about
was
that.
Asian. I guess the movie made me racist.
God damn it.
Well, he
These
was.
fucking Asian guys crawling on the floor.
You know how they do.
It's where they live. All right.
Taking our job.
Oh my God, that's unbelievably racist.
Well, he's crawling to a gun on the floor
Yeah.
to try to stop them, and that's when right.
Steven Dorff shoots the guy's gun out of his hand.
Because they don't kill. That's
They
also
don't
important. They don't kill.
So he's not he never says at any point he's an expert marksman, and they don't
Ever.
kill people, so they don't
And
use
This
guns
is their
that
first
often.
heist. We're
It's
gonna
their
find
first
out in like
heist.
a
Yeah.
minute.
yeah, it is their first heist.
And he is
first
so
heist.
skilled he can shoot a gun out
Also-
of somebody's
somebody's
hand
hand.
next to their face
Without killing them. That's how much he doesn't want to kill people. He learned how to do that just for that. I don't kill people. Why would I ever need to shoot a gun or know how to do that? I don't like murdering people. I can shoot a gun out of your hand from fucking 30 feet
And there's
away.
and also
Fuck
there's
you.
just a revolver laying on the bank floor.
Yeah, we don't know where that came
security
from.
guard
You never
that
saw
threw
this-
it
Was that-
probably
But
when the
there's
whole
no
thing
shot.
started. Oh, they
no
don't show
shot.
that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that isn't shown. in
Yeah.
this,
Oh,
so
good
it's-
lord,
yeah.
yes.
Like
there
a
is.
good
We will
movie.
get to
Yeah.
that shit.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Sorry.
How dare
Did you not? Were you not
I don't know, man.
entertained?
It's pretty enjoyable. I'll say that right off the
It
bat.
is. It's
It's
bonkers.
entertaining,
It's
if anything.
insanity.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the 4th minute,
Okay, so
Jesus.
they rob the bank.
get
They're
the
on
money.
they're on rollerblades.
They're on rollerblades.
And they have numbers
and
on
they have
their
numbers
chests.
and they're wearing ski masks.
I want to
Yeah.
point this out now. Numbers that would be on the security cameras in the
You'd
bank,
be able to
correct?
track those
Yeah,
specific
you'd
numbers.
be able to see. You'd
Well,
be
I'm
like,
gonna
and you'd be able to
assume-
have
and
just on the off chance, just on the off chance that you may run into a marathon, you could have told those officers what numbers to look for. Not that that's gonna happen.
you know, all those rollerblading marathons.
Yeah,
that happen all the time.
That couldn't possibly
It was
happen.
2002. You don't remember.
Yeah.
2002 was full of rollerblading marathons.
That's how we healed after 9/11. I think.
Yeah.
We all got on rollerblades.
People need this movie.
Holy
Rollerblading
shit.
needs to come back and save
But
America.
also, apparently, you're right because the security cameras in this movie are amazing.
Oh,
they can
yeah.
pick
Oh,
out the
they're-
tiniest detail,
Oh.
and the giant screens that they have at the police station that have feeds to everywhere.
Oh, you mean that art installation they had at the police station?
Yeah.
We're getting way ahead of ourselves.
hold on. So they're rollerblading.
So they rollerblade out of the bank.
They rollerblade.
They've got the money.
And they're
They're like jumping over shit.
They're running
being
from
very
cars.
extreme.
Cop
No, hold on,
cars.
not yet. At first they're
Right,
just
they're
being
just
very
being
like,
extreme,
oh my
right.
god, rollerblading is extreme.
Also
bankers, bankers, watch out, bankers! I'm sliding down this rail.
Yeah.
You're just like, what the fuck is the point?
Like one of the
There's technically
over the
soaping in this
steps.
movie.
Yeah.
Then they're outrunning cop cars down alleyways.
Yeah.
Just
Well, before that,
rollerblading.
remember he does that green screen jump over the stairs?
Oh,
It's
They
like
jump
30
off.
feet.
It's like a 30-foot high jump, and it's a green screen human
he
being.
rollerbladed on the side of that
a-
truck.
He
Right.
rollerblades
Oh,
on the
man.
side of a
So he
truck.
could get on top of that cop car.
It was
That'll show
extreme.
him.
I mean,
Well, there's the
It
guy-
was so extreme. It was awesome.
And I think, isn't it Frank runs into
I
the side of a
should've bought
car,
it.
flips, and then lands perfectly?
But it
is
flashes white like he
It flashes
smashes
white.
into it like it's a cartoon.
yeah, but then he lands on
But
his
then
feet
he's,
like
like,
a cat.
He
flipping
lands on
over
his
it.
feet.
Because they do this all the
No,
time.
it wasn't Frank. Frank picked them up and his,
Frank
Oh,
picked
that's
him up
right.
in the
because
van.
he took a break off work.
So then I guess
that
it
was
was
our
Steven.
first example of how
Yeah.
horribly this movie was going to be.
So
dubbed.
Frank works at like a fucking
we haven't
computer
even-
warehouse. That's established. I just
Yeah.
want to point
It was
out.
that
We
or
also haven't talked
Staples or
about the
something.
dubbing yet, though. That's a good
Oh,
point
yeah.
too. Is
Oh shit!
for
the
some
entire
reason-
movie is
mentioned it.
overdubbed.
Damn it.
The entire movie is overdubbed.
Everyone's
No one-
overdubbed in English, speaking English. So like
By the
Steven
same
Dorff
people.
is
It's the
same
dubbing
people.
him. Yeah,
Yeah.
is dubbing himself
It's-
in English over English.
It's like they just didn't turn the
What
mics
happened?
on. It's
What
like the mics didn't
colossal
run.
Fuck up. What happened?
Yeah.
Dude,
Seriously.
something real bad happened.
Yeah, there's no actual audio recorded on set.
They didn't have a
Like,
boom.
Yeah.
They didn't
Yeah.
have a boom.
Something happened. Or
They,
just like
could
we
re-
gotta.
they spent all of their budget on all the car crashes and could not afford one boom mic to pick up.
No, something really bad happened because there's the bar scene where there's no
background noise.
Where you're
Right,
like,
yeah,
did
there's
they
no
just
ambient
lose
noise in
a
this-
whole chunk of audio, and we're like, you
They
know, this
removed
is
all
bullshit.
sound, added in the ADR, and then didn't add another layer of sound. So all the extras are walking by with their mouths flapping
Yeah.
and no noise. So it's weird. Yeah,
Yeah, it's weird.
Also, okay, so while we're at this,
We're getting way ahead of
I
ourselves.
know.
Yeah,
So they
yeah.
escape. I have another point that I want to bring up. They get $300,000 from the first heist.
From that heist, yeah.
And then they
Hold
say,
on, hold on. We got to explain how they escape, though. I mean, we talked
they're on
about the
rollerblades.
race. They're on the rollerblades. We explained the race earlier, but you
right,
never.
right.
Oh, the old man, right?
The police are driving around looking for rollerbladers aimlessly,
Yeah. And they
come
find an
across
old man.
Old man just
like asleep
he's
on a
asleep
bed.
on a
He is
bed.
asleep on a
An
bench.
old man, by the way, that the heisters, that's what we're calling them now.
Yeah,
the heisters.
The heisters.
The heisters did not
No.
plan for this
No.
old man to be there, nor the cops to
They had no way of
stop.
Did
knowing.
they even go past him? We don't know.
No.
No.
They're just old men in a park.
And the cops
they-
are like, "Hey, you seen any rollerbladers?" And he's like, "Have
Oh,
you
yeah.
checked the park?"
And as the audience, as far as we know, he's talking about the heisters.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't know
You would
what was
assume-
going on
You
right
would
then.
assume, but then the cops pull up to like a race
That's
and
starting at that
that's
moment.
Starting right then, and they're all like,
Perfectly.
Like right then.
Yeah,
right
Like they
then.
pulled up and they were like, go.
Gun shot off, and everyone's like, yeah.
And then it shows like 4 shots of different cops going like, oh, well, fuck me. What are we gonna do? How
No,
are we gonna
seriously,
do this?
the cop got out, literally threw his hands up in the
yeah.
air.
Well,
and was like, oh, jeez.
But then the other confusing
Office of
thing is,
living.
this isn't like The Fugitive.
God damn.
But it's not like The Fugitive where, Richard Kimball just blends into the parade.
No.
They're not there.
They're not
They're
there.
not
anywhere
Anywhere
near
near
this.
Never shows them there. They're just with numbers on you. It's so confusing. It's like,
think that was a thing?
because they didn't play with the old man. Were they ever around there? Like, I don't understand what happened there, man. Did they just have numbers on in case they like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
happened?
they could have not had numbers on it, just got away.
They really could have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because they get in a van, they're nowhere near this. It doesn't help them because if there wasn't the thing in the park, the old man would have just gone, "No, I haven't seen
Anyone?
Dude, they put the money bags in the van in that alley
Right.
and then kept going. Get in the fucking van when nobody saw you put the money away and just leave, you fucking dipshits. What are you doing?
It's their first
Why?
heist.
God damn it!
You're gonna have some details you have to work out. Your first heist. No one's great at
It's
it.
trial and error, bro.
Yeah,
Trial and
It's
error.
a lot of
Holy
but,
shit.
So
But,
now
okay.
that we're a minute into the movie,
I also want to point out another confusing detail. They say $300,000 is what they get from the first heist, and then they go, "That's $50,000 each." That math does not
That
work.
does not
No,
work.
no,
Yeah.
There's
They
4
don't
of them.
explain- There's 4 of
Dude,
them.
Yeah.
there's like the
leaves-
organization needs money too.
who?
Yeah, they
right?
need to
The
put it
heisters.
down.
And don't forget the
It's like a
swear jar.
Heisters Guild?
dude, they got to put
Heisters Guild.
$1,000 into the next heist in case they have to organize a marathon of rollerbladers.
Oh,
to
so
throw
it's over.
Dude,
Yeah.
no, by the end of this movie, it almost makes you maybe assume that he might have done that.
Well, they got to put $100,000 into free parking.
Yeah. Oh
Dude.
my god.
Dude, this movie's amazing.
All right.
So they made their money. They don't know math.
Oh, don't forget the
wait,
music, because the music's extreme.
yeah, no, it's like techno music. It's like
Yeah.
techno rock music from literally. I'm just gonna say hackers a lot.
Yeah, it really is.
Everything
from
feels
Hack.
like
I
it's
just
like
want to see
hackers.
a car
the
with
heist
zoomy
movie.
lights.
That probably
all
is
the
how it
time.
was pitched. It's like
Hackers of heisting.
hackers meets Point Break.
Heisters. Hackers.
Still
Whoa! Kaboom!
We still haven't even. They still haven't actually escaped. They go into the basement of a building and burn their clothes, and then they all dress like Matrix extras, and you're like,
Yeah.
that's not conspicuous at
Yeah,
all.
Steven Dorff, all black.
That
black
that
tie,
starts
black
the
shirt.
pattern of the movie where they all dress
Yes,
to
insane.
not be noticeable, but they're
they-
all.
Yeah,
He's like,
together.
he's like on a, not like in a big city street. He's like in a subdivision. Like there's trees and single family homes, and
No
he's
one
wearing an
dresses like
all
that.
black suit.
Right.
No, he looks like he's American Psycho, and he's walking in a suburban neighborhood.
Absolutely.
It
This is
just
just
doesn't.
how
like
they
death.
dress, guys.
Yeah.
With the girl from the heist too. They're walking
And she-
side
yeah,
by
She looks
side.
posh as shit.
She
It
looks
doesn't-
posh as shit. And
And then
then
they're helping somebody move.
Well,
as
okay, not
They say
somebody.
that-
Not just anybody. Calm down, everybody.
Hold on. Okay, a cop.
They say there's a cop tailing them.
Because they're walking down a suburban
walking down the
road, a
street.
cop is tailing them, and he goes, "Stick with me." And he sees a woman moving stuff out of a moving truck.
She's moving into a
That's
house.
never covered, is it? Why she's moving stuff?
He does do good math
she's
there,
moving into
though.
the house,
He
apparently.
does do decent math there. He goes, what does that look like, 9 chips? You want to cut that down by 3, which is true.
Well, see, he's good at math. He's
good
fucking
at math
over.
there, though.
No, but he's fucking over the other heisters because they're bad at math, so they haven't realized he just took an extra
Where the fuck are
$100,000 for
they when
himself.
they're just safe and gone? Like,
I
why
don't
aren't
know.
they all just safe and gone together?
Yeah, they're walking through a neighborhood for some reason.
Okay.
Okay,
And
so
they
then they see it's Natasha Hendricks. She's
Henstridge.
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 Henstridge. Like bridge.
Henstridge.
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 It's hard to say. It's a weird. Yeah.
Hen
I
stretch.
Is it that hard to say?
I don't know.
Yes, clearly it is.
I was
Natasha
gonna give him shit. You
Henstridge.
can give him shit. I was- yeah.
Henstridge.
Hamstring.
The
almost
woman
have it.
from
Why can't you say that
Species. She was in Species, right? That's what-
Natasha. They see
That's her
Natasha.
like role, right?
Just like Zachary Quinto's hero,
that was
she
it.
is species.
She's species. Okay.
That's her big moment.
Okay,
yeah,
so
with
she's
Species.
moving into this house, and they're like,
and they start
we're gonna-
talking to her, we're
we're
gonna
gonna
help you, so we
her
look
move.
like we're not people who just robbed the bank
yeah.
and were
'Cause I'm wearing
rollerblading
this
on the
all
sides
black
of vans
suit.
and doing all kinds of crazy shit.
I'm wearing this all black suit because I'm helping my friend move.
Yeah,
To be
Yeah.
fair,
moving
though,
clothes.
Natasha Henstridge looks like she would be friends with those people.
Sure.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like,
yes,
they
no,
all
she
look
looks
hot
fucking
and
great.
like, yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she
wearing a
looks
black
absolutely
dress.
Everyone's beautiful.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
But
yeah.
hold on, the cop pulls up.
Yep.
And what does he say?
And he's like, "Hey, we're looking for 2 bank robbers." Or,
No, he goes, have you seen any rollerbladers?
yeah, have you seen any rollerbladers? Yeah.
Still with the rollerblading thing, they're
Yeah.
still just like
But he also
aimlessly
says
driving.
it could be them.
He does say
Yeah,
that.
It's a
Yeah,
weird
he's like,
thing
it was
for
a
a cop
man
to
and
say.
two-
It could be these people.
It was a woman with 2
They
men.
don't
It
fit the
could be
description
them.
at this point because they're
Yeah.
not on rollerblades. They're not wearing ski masks. They're dressed completely different. But he's like, it could be them. Wants to tip them off that he's suspicious of them.
Right.
I guess to see what they do.
Yeah.
But also equally baffling is species. There, she just rolls with it.
Call her species.
Calling her species. She just rolls with it.
Natasha Hamstrings. Come on, man.
Natasha Ham Sandwich. She's just like role playing with them. Like, okay, I'm gonna help you, like throw off this cop who thinks you're bank robbers.
You're right. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Why
Oh,
the fuck
she
would she
doesn't-
help people that
Yeah.
might be a suspect
Yeah,
in a
no
crime
po-
right there?
Also,
Hold on,
because
hold on.
we're going to
Shouldn't
find out.
she be aiding the
Christ.
police officer?
We're going to find out
She's
that
a
she's a cop.
detective.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
what
my
I'm saying.
God.
She shouldn't help the people who might be
Dude, she
fucking
was just,
bank robbers.
she was just
She should
hold on.
talk to the fucking.
Stop.
I didn't think about that.
That's not.
God damn it.
She doesn't know they're them.
Okay, but she knows she's a cop and that
does know
these
that.
people
Right,
are
so they're-
suspects.
Hold on, but
So she chooses the side. She chooses the side of the
Hold on,
suspect
hold on.
instead of the police officer.
Right.
Hold on. She later says she was sent there to catch them.
Yes.
But she arrived.
Wait,
she was moving into
at
the
the-
home
Hadn't moved in,
while
and
they
she
were
met
doing
them.
their first heist.
Right, so they're not
Wait, when did
established.
she
yet.
say
You know what?
Like
That's a
she
good
said-
fucking point. What the fuck is that?
God!
What the fuck is that?
She
is
says that
insane.
when she shows up at the police
Like
station.
she moved there.
right.
She
Yeah.
moved there especially to catch them, but she's moving in.
when
And they
they're
were
after
haphazardly
they did
walking down a road.
Right.
They're still escaping.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about the rest of the movie. Can we talk about something else?
God damn it.
Oh my god! I never thought about
That
it.
is awesome.
That's good
Everything
Lord.
with Natasha and Species Midge. Because she's all
Look, not saying
coincidences.
her name was-
Well, okay, yeah, because are we skipping ahead then? Or
No,
because
no,
we
she
can't
will
skip-
get-
we'll get
Because
to
there's
that.
a lot more
let's
questions
not,
with
let's not
her.
skip ahead. Let's go to
No,
minute
no,
7.
no, it's not how we do it.
Okay.
We go through the movie.
So,
Okay.
in the second
We
scene,
do it like that. In minute 6.
I'm gonna explode. 3
I
minutes.
seriously
into the
didn't think of that
movie.
at all. That is insane.
that is insane.
oh, what a waste of time.
And her, okay, so her and Steve
She
Torres
tells him-
Kid.
get a little, they see each other, they get all
They
hot for
flirt.
each other,
She
they
wants
flirt.
to fuck him.
Even though
From
she
that
knows she's
point.
on a fucking, she's casing the joint pretty
Right,
much.
and his on again, off again girlfriend is right there.
Yeah,
And
she's
immediately
jealous.
just
She
jealous.
offers up a threesome.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, maybe the 3 of us can get down. He's like, whatever.
He's like, or not you, or just
Yeah, or just me and her.
Or just
I
me and
guess.
her could fuck in a sauna.
So that's
okay,
when
we'll
they
get
go
to that.
back and they do the terrible math.
Yeah, now they do the terrible.
And
They're
math.
back at the hideout, which is like a
It's just somebody's apartment.
It's like a
Looks
shitty apartment. Yeah, shitty loft apartment.
yeah, it's like a shitty. Sorry, somebody's walking in the door. It's a shitty loft apartment. We don't actually know whose apartment
No,
is
it's never
whose.
established.
No.
Yeah.
It has
They
a
all
pool
just-
though. We're gonna
Yeah.
learn
They
that.
all just live
Well,
somewhere.
yeah, is that the same place?
I think so.
I don't really know any of the locations. I don't know whose they are or why they are. You know what I mean?
No,
It
absolutely
feels like
not.
we're at 3-4 different apartments during this whole course of this movie, and we never know.
No, we don't know where we are ever.
Ever.
Like,
No, it's
geographically,
not- yeah.
physically, we never know where
the
we
only
are.
location I thought was well defined was the church.
Yeah.
which we haven't got to
there's
yet.
a lot
That
of-
shouldn't have existed.
There's a
Yeah,
lot of
which-
questions surrounding that church,
Yeah,
though,
there's a
outside
lot
of
of questions.
it being established.
Okay, so they're in the hideout counting the money, and then
Yeah. Jesus.
then what happens?
Is
They have to go to the
station?
police station.
Then we
I
get the.
believe.
Now we're
They go
introduced.
to the police station.
We're
where
cutting
they have
Natasha
the-
Henstridge establishing
Yeah,
her
now-
as a detective at the police station.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
they
the
have the
fucking
immaculate
that guy.
footage in the
That guy who
cruiser.
looks like Lindsay Lohan's dad talks about having a boner.
Well, wait.
Yeah.
Can I just say about this room? Like you said,
yeah.
the room is like covered in like steel plates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got this screen.
It's a
the
million
wall.
screens.
It's a square screen, but it's got TVs within it that are
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
randomized
Sizes.
shapes.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
It looks
'cause
like
you-
an installation.
Right, because there's no footage that's like recorded like in these shapes but they're always
Yeah,
playing
they're
at the
not
same
showing stuff.
time.
Yeah.
It's just really odd. Like,
is.
this
Like,
is
why
not
is
meant
this-
for a police station.
No, as Andy Warhol's police station.
Right. It's like Andy Warhol made this screen wall.
Right.
Yeah, it's like what is
The cops
this?
have it for
Yeah.
some
Is
reason.
it
Who
Minority
knows?
Report? What's going on?
It's not futuristic.
No.
Yeah, it looks like it's like RoboCop or something. It
But
looks
you
like
do get the idea they have a lot of money because the cops show up super fast every
Oh
time.
yeah, their response time is
It's
amazing.
insane.
But
and
so-
everyone's dressed pretty posh too.
Yeah.
I noticed
Oh,
that.
yeah, yeah.
And we let's not forget the overdubbing on the chief
the
or
lieutenant.
Magruder.
Magruder.
Yeah.
His
Lieutenant
overdubbing
Magruder.
is amazing. It doesn't fit his face at all.
It doesn't sound like it was the same actor.
No,
like,
no.
like it sounds like they couldn't get that. That guy was like, "Fuck it, I recorded this once. I did the movie. If you didn't get the
I'm
audio,
done." Yeah.
good luck to you."
Pacino does one take, I do one take.
And in front of the entire precinct says a really
yeah,
lewd fucking comment
Oh, yeah.
to
So
hamstrings.
Natasha Hamstring
Yeah.
comes into the police station in a really short skirt
Yeah.
and like fuck me heels, and she's like walking in on her first day.
Yeah, everybody's whistling at her, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Pay attention!" And then
Yeah.
he sees her, and he's like, "Damn, girl."
Yeah,
And
I
she's
got
like,
a boner right now in my pants.
for you because
For
I
you.
want to fuck
He
you.
said that. I think he actually said hard on.
Yeah,
he's
he
like,
said,
"I
"You're
have a
giving me
hard
really
on."
bad
And
And no
hard
one
on.
behind her really reacts
No,
to
they
like,
don't.
oh,
They don't
do?
laugh.
This is another day at the police
Yo, dude,
station.
everybody else laughs.
Oh, there
They
he
all
is,
laugh.
the sexual
Yeah.
rat.
Yeah.
Old sexually harassing Magruder.
We're
No,
definitely
Jesus
working
Christ.
class.
There are no other women in the room.
No.
It's all men.
She seemed fine with it though.
Yeah, because they're
she's
cops.
used to it.
Cops can't be women.
No.
For
But
fuck's
dude,
sake.
Dude, if
This
you're
isn't
insinuating-
Lord of the Rings.
You're insinuating that a cop is capable of rape. You're insane. And that,
Just fucking
that took a turn. It took a turn.
it took a really
excuse me,
dark
I'm
turn.
sorry. Are we like 5 minutes into the
Yeah,
movie?
5
This
minutes in.
one-
Okay. So we learned that he's basically he's talking about the case that the
Yeah,
heist
it's like
that
we
just
gotta
happened.
catch these fucking guys. He's like, I want them. Is
Yeah.
what he says.
Yeah, I'm so glad you showed up to catch these people that didn't exist before you moved here to
move
catch
here.
these
Did he
people.
specifically put her on the case in that scene?
Well,
though?
she said
That's when
she
it's
was-
established.
she-
She
yeah, that-
establishes that I'm here to get these
to
guys.
get these guys, the
to imply that
heisters.
someone somewhere else.
We don't
sent
know
her
who.
There,
We
but
don't
that's
know.
over his head.
Yeah.
Because
Shouldn't
she just shows
already
up.
be on the case if she was staking out the road where she was moving.
I don't. She wasn't staking it
She
out.
was
I
just
literally
moving,
think she was
man.
just moving
Literally
in.
But you
just
said
moving
that-
in. No.
Oh yeah, okay.
Well, no. Oh my God, I didn't go that far into it. That's insane. If someone knew to tell her that they would be there,
be there.
as part
Okay,
of their escape,
can we just say that didn't happen?
That didn't
There's
happen.
no
That
need to be able to
no,
sleep
it's-
tonight.
Yeah, okay. I was taking a leap in my mind. I figured, this movie's like leaping off
that
things.
movie's
My
insane.
mind. Yeah,
no,
I was
that
going
didn't
nuts.
happen. She was just moving in. So
Okay.
that's what when she says that there, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about anymore?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
what is
right.
this movie actually?
Yeah.
So then, what the fuck happens? They're
So
like,
then you cut to them practicing holding their breath.
Now they're
right?
underwater. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
now
we
them
cut back
underwater.
no. Does that happen first, or does the freezer scene happen first?
No, freezer scene's way
Freezer
later.
scene's
That's way down
You're
the
jumping
line.
Is
ahead.
it really?
You've seen this
You're
twice.
jumping ahead.
Come on, it's all
We're
bullshit.
professionals. That's
Yeah.
why we don't take any
Okay.
notes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
They're underwater.
No, they're underwater,
underwater.
Yeah.
practicing for,
For their
something
next
which you assume.
heist.
And all of them.
For their
all
next
of them.
heist.
All four of
All
them.
four. That is going to be important.
And
that
in
all
like
four of them
movie scripting terms, if you put a whole scene where somebody's practicing something of this nature, you really expect the payoff.
No,
gotta be a
I'm
big
right. I'm
right? I'm just saying that now,
yeah.
so when we
Well,
get
this is
to
like
it,
this is like Chekhov right here. We're establishing in this act
Yeah.
that there's an underwater.
there's going to be an
And it's important.
badass underwater
Right.
scene.
and the woman, Alex, she can't.
Right. I
hold
had
her.
to look at the
I know,
paper.
I did. This is
Alex.
why I have notes.
yeah, I know.
Uh,
It's a good idea.
But you don't know
Alex-
who Natasha Henstridge is, but that's fine.
yeah. I didn't write her name down. I
Phonetically.
needed to write it down phonetically. But Alex can't hold her breath very long, and
Right.
Steven Dorff is like
He's like
borderline
gonna
trying to
drown
He's
drown
trying
her.
to drown her,
Yeah.
yeah, so that she can learn. So they can survive. So they can survive this action sequence, the scuba action extreme sequence.
It's
we're
gonna
gonna
be
see.
nuts.
Yeah, it's gonna be
fucking
crazy.
It's gonna be
insane.
so many Mountain Dews.
Yeah,
so many Mountain
They're
Dews.
gonna swim in Mountain Dew.
Oh my
But
God! Hold your breath
like,
in Mountain Dew.
But luckily, Frank and Otis have it. They can hold their breath.
They're
I
good.
thought we agreed not to say Otis.
Frank and
The African American
Xavier?
gentleman.
Frank and Dr.
Xavier.
Williams. Frank and Dr. Williams.
Okay.
Dr. Williams.
Professor Smythe.
Yeah, the professor.
Yeah,
The professor.
Frank and the professor.
Gilligan's Island names now.
Oh my
Heisters,
God.
You're making it more racist by drawing more attention to it. Stop. Otis, his name, he has a name. You're being more racist by trying to change his name.
You're right, you're
for
right.
your needs, white man.
No, you're right.
I'm here on behalf of the black people. And you're trying to put them down.
Okay.
And I'm here to shut you down.
So you were talking about Toby.
You cannot call him Toby.
All right, so Frank and O-Town are underwater.
Jesus Christ. Oh, 98 degrees.
Come on, his name is Otis.
We'll call him Otis.
It's fucking Black History Month. God damn it.
It's true.
His name is Otis.
What a movie to choose. All right. So the
I
underwater
forgot
scene
about the
happens.
racism.
Yeah, that was
How could you forget about the racism?
Because it's pointless. It didn't need to be
Yeah,
in there.
well,
Okay, but we're not there yet.
We're not there yet.
Okay, so so they're underwater.
The underwater scene happens, then it cuts.
They're mad. She's like, "Fuck you! You tried to drown me."
Right.
Blah
Yeah.
blah blah. Then what the fuck happens? I'm saying that's when he goes rock climbing.
That's
He starts rock climbing.
That's when he goes.
No,
to
he
rock
doesn't start
climbing.
rock climbing until after
Well, no, they have the heist.
the heist.
We do have the heist.
They
The second
heister
heist.
the armored truck.
Yeah. We're now at the second heist. After
Because-
they're
Yeah,
underwater.
it's the second heist they're doing for their own reasons. For their own
Yes.
reasons.
Yeah, this is
Which
them.
is the
which are-
underwater.
which are not
which is for the
established.
It
underwater
goes
thing.
straight
It's
to
for.
the second heist.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's pretty
really.
I'm
quick.
almost
I
fucking
mean, I
positive.
guess they
it's
are
ours.
heisters.
The
They're
beginning.
heisters.
What else
you
do
know?
I
they
feel like I
do?
remember the ending way better. The beginning is really
It
confusing.
gets a little, but no,
Yeah.
they're on their second heist, and
Okay.
it's the armored truck, and it's the guys at the armored truck.
Yeah, because they show up. The guys are getting in the armored truck, and then they
Yeah.
pull the gun. And he's like, "You know what this is?" And he says, "A 9mm."
And he's like, "Oh, why is
Oh,
that?"
wise ass. Yeah, and then they get in the armored
This
truck.
is their second heist. They don't want to murder people,
And then
but
they
do
get
want to
in
be
the armored
assholes.
truck. They don't just say, "Give me the money out of the truck," and I'm going.
Or
to
give me the keys.
Or just give me the truck.
Right.
Like we're all getting in the truck.
four of us.
and we're
The-
driving.
yeah, the
Yeah,
four
there's
of us are
four
getting-
people in the front of an armored truck,
Yeah.
and there's one guard back there who doesn't know what's going on until mid car
He's not
chase.
suspicious, even
Right.
though he can see the front seat
And hear what's
potentially. It's
happening,
got like one of
yeah.
those like cab, like
Yeah,
viewer
Right.
viewfinder.
So they're being chased.
driving away.
That's what it is.
So because white people are in trouble. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
There's so many like the cops are on point in this
It
movie.
is every
They're
place.
on
There's a
cop cars.
They're
helicopter.
not on them yet. They're not on them yet because they're driving in the truck, and their plan A
Is their
apparently
convertible.
is Otis.
Yeah.
Otis shows up in a convertible.
And they're gonna
A red
open the back
convertible.
doors of the truck and
And
toss
just hope
money
that the
on
guy's
the
willing to
highway.
Yes.
Yeah.
bags of money at him.
On a busy city street.
That's
What
at
city?
least, like-
I don't know.
That is at least like a
Oh yeah, what
15
city
foot.
were they in?
We don't know where they're ever.
Yeah, we
Never
don't know where they
stop.
are.
They
And
could
all
have
the
been in
police-
Australia.
Yeah, all the cop cars just say like Metropolitan Police. There's never
true.
like they go out
State
other ways.
police.
It said
yeah,
that
it
badge.
just said
That
state
badge
police.
said state police,
Yeah.
and that's it.
And it was
Yeah.
just black and white.
Yes. The hat was too big. It looked like one of those Russian military hats.
So yeah, they're gonna toss this money into
a car, but the
which
guy
is
in
like,
the back
you-
is like, I'm not going to do that
Yeah, and
shit
their whole
because
thing-
that's stupid,
it's
and I'm not
stupid,
willing
I
to
can't
do it,
do
and I'm
it.
just not gonna.
Well, their whole thing too
like,
is they're like,
Your plan sucks.
Your plan is really dumb.
yeah, and their whole thing too is like, I'm gonna shoot one of these other guys if you don't do it. But it's clearly a hollow threat because they don't shoot people.
Well, they don't shoot people, but also
One of the
there's-
guys is driving.
One of the guys is driving a car,
Yeah,
so if
and
you
he-
shoot him, like you're gonna fuck this whole thing up. So say,
It's honestly
how about I
like,
just,
why did I have that line of dialogue? Why did I
Just
say
so
we'll
we can
kill
call
the
that
guy
guy
who's
fat.
not driving?
Yeah.
Like, why do you have to say we'll kill one
We'll
of
kill
them?
one of them. Like I don't give a shit. Like how reckless I am. I
He
might
was,
kill the guy driving.
or
he
one
was
of them-
at
I am
his best.
extreme, motherfucker.
Why
Throw the money.
wasn't one of the heisters driving and the other one just holding a gun on the other two?
You
Why
don't
were
need
the
both of
guards
the
in the
guys.
car at all? I don't know.
Honestly, it doesn't make any
So
sense.
then-
Because then he
hold
throws the.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, they won't kill
Then the
someone,
cops-
but he will throw him out of a moving car.
Onto another
hold on,
moving
then
car.
again.
I know. I'm sorry.
Dude, Otis gets That's God damn it. They're so extreme when the cops start to show up. Otis,
Oh,
Otis, all he has to do is like nondescriptly make a right turn. He
They've
hasn't
not made
done
him.
anything.
Yeah, they've not made
He's
him.
just a guy in a convertible. There's all these cops coming. He does like a 360 and then goes down the right. And you're like, that looked insane. There's 30 cop cars during a high-speed chase.
No, you know what it
Just
is?
fucking pull over.
I think he's like.
And let him go by. What are you doing? Fucking, they're
He
just
can't-
so
no, you
extreme.
don't know.
He's had time to think about this.
Yeah.
God, I'm
He's
telling
like
you, man,
he's
this
like
shit's
Derek
crazy.
Zoolander. He can't turn right.
Yeah,
he
no,
has to make
seriously.
3 lefts.
I thought of Zoolander when it happened because
Did
I was
you
like,
really?
yeah, there's no reason for this. Yeah.
They're just so extreme. God, this shit drives me nuts.
This shit was
But
extreme.
Plan A has now failed.
Yeah.
Plan A didn't work.
So-
But yeah, the tossing the money out the back isn't
So
happening.
they throw the guy out the
They
car.
throw the
into the cop.
non-driving guard out
of the
side
car.
of the car.
No, it's the driving guard.
No, it's the driving. Yeah,
is
and then
it? Oh,
Steven
yeah,
Dorff
you're right,
takes
you're right.
And
over.
then Slim gets in the driver's
Slim.
seat.
Yeah, Slim gets in the driver's seat. But they do I mean, that guy could have died.
Oh,
You
easily.
don't shoot people, but you
Like,
also throw him out on a
statistically-
moving highway.
no.
Yeah,
He
this is
threw
like
him
Batman
onto the hood of a
Begins all of a
car.
sudden. Where like, I don't have to kill you, but I can leave you on this monorail.
How is he
Right.
not killing that guy by throwing him out of that
Yeah,
car?
into
guy
another
doesn't
car.
die.
He
Into
doesn't
no,
die.
He lands on the hood of a cop car and they slow down.
by pure luck.
Which
He doesn't
that's
die.
what they decide to explain to us.
Yeah.
Of all the things to show us,
Was, but
That-
that cop
don't
did
worry,
die.
that character's alive.
Yeah.
Phew.
Yeah.
But it's like, all right, so it's all the police force. There's a helicopter.
Which,
No,
okay,
when you
well,
say-
well, we
yeah,
cut
yeah.
to the station
They
where
show him in
where
the
Magruder is.
Oh, yeah.
Is
we're
telling
briefing
somebody a plan.
everybody,
We're
and then it
going
cut. And Ryan is his
He's
name,
like
right?
saying what
Yeah,
their
he's
plan to
watching-
catch them is.
Yeah.
After the heist has begun and the chase is happening, he's explaining a plan to a guy. He goes, "But what about casualties?" And he's like, "I don't give a shit." And then
Actually, he doesn't say I
a
don't give a shit.
millisecond later, he's in a helicopter talking to them over a megaphone, like, "Pull over!" Like, what?
They're being
where?
chased by the entire police force at this
It
point.
is,
like
yeah.
the
It's
entire
all of them.
The rest of the city is just full of crime, and there's no one to respond to it at this point.
Yeah, you could do it, which they prove later in the movie.
Yeah, no.
Actually, they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like their entire police force goes to one area.
Oh, yeah.
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 Very sticklers.
Stop talking about it.
Sorry.
So, the fucking,
They're heisters. We're sticklers. Yeah. Yeah.
so the helicopter and all that shit, they get to the end of this pier.
Yep,
And
they're
they-
cornered.
they're cornered by
They're
cops
cornered
and a helicopter.
everywhere. The,
Wait,
helicopter
landing was so odd.
It's- yeah, the helicopter.
It
comes
no,
to
it landed
stop
like a
like it had
plane.
Like a plane.
wheels.
Yeah.
Like it had wheels. It came.
It was almost
and
like
just
why
slid
show
in.
that? It just
Not at
you could
all.
just show like the helicopter feet
Just puh.
touch down, and we
Yeah.
would
The
have been
things
like,
they chose
and
to
like
explain and
and
not
then-
explain in this movie.
Which we
we're
are
gonna
about
spend
to get
30
to.
seconds watching a helicopter slowly
Yes.
Get to
land
where they are.
behind police car. It was weird.
Meanwhile, we don't know what
dangerous?
characters are living and dead at the end of the. It's stupid.
Hey,
sorry,
hey.
sorry,
All right,
stickler,
so-
stickler.
So Steven Dorff's like, the guy's like, just give yourself up, kid. You can't do anything. So they still have a guy in the back locked in a thing
He's
with
trapped.
a bunch of money.
And they still
He's
got the
trapped
fat
in there
guy in
with
the
the
front.
money, and they got a fat guy
So
in the
yeah,
front.
yeah.
Their plan B is he backs the truck up into the water and they sink, and you're like, oh, they were holding
okay,
it back earlier.
well, no, then you're like, here comes.
Yep.
Here it comes.
Underwater
Yeah,
shit's gonna
holy
get
shit.
nuts.
And then you
Time to
said-
get extreme. You don't get anything.
No, wait.
What you get?
You get us the two guards.
No, you get one guard servicing with a life vest. And he's like, they planned this. Get him out of the water.
Yeah.
They're like, what do we do? It's like,
Here's what we do.
you stand right here and you wait for him to come out of the fucking water because they have to get another human being and a bunch of money out of a locked truck at the bottom of a goddamn body of water. Like, what are you talking about? And it just cuts to them having money in their house again, and you're just like, what the fuck? What is this? Is this like fucking Diabolique or some shit? What are we talking about?
You are the Alex Jones of this movie, man. What the fuck?
That's you can't just do that.
And it was and it really there was. I think it took the breath out of all of us in the room because you see that scene where they're supposed to be underwater,
Right.
and then you see Natasha Henstridge climbing a wall, and then Steven Dorff appears. You're like, what the fuck is he doing there?
Yeah,
they're supposed to be
he's supposed to be
underwater.
underwater somewhere else.
You can't. That's how that ended.
And then
Just
they're
to tell
hanging
you,
out
you know,
again.
He
So
said
Slim
they
and
had
Natasha Ham Sandwich are climbing walls now.
They're all sweaty ham
Yeah, 'cause
sandwiching.
the only thing you see is like they fall into that like ocean or something. There's an ocean liner behind them. I remember
Yeah,
that.
why is there an ocean there? Where the hell
did
are
they just swim to the other side of that boat
With the
and
money.
then get away? What?
But
with
they
the
wouldn't
money.
have
2 minutes is not that far to swim.
When did they
and
get
all
the
of these
money?
people are watching the water.
They have a helicopter.
They do have a helicopter.
They just have to get above and watch.
Wait.
and watch.
It seriously involves them standing with their arms crossed. And that's how you solve this case.
Right. It's really
somehow,
God.
yeah, like that's what I said. Is it Diabolique? Did he have a submarine? Did he steal it? They stole it, took it to their
They
underground
don't have a
base?
submarine. They wouldn't
Cut
even
it out
buy
with
scuba
lasers.
equipment. They had no practice holding their breath.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually
right. They wouldn't have to do that if they
They
had
had
equipment.
$300,000.
Yeah.
But I want to take a
They
moment too.
had $300,000.
Can we
Buy some goggles or something.
Can we take a moment? I want to
snorkel.
analyze. I want to analyze the police force, though. Let's think about this. Let's just take a minute.
Well, they got away with it.
Because this is how the police force functions.
This is a hot
There's
button
a
issue in the
crime.
country right now, man.
There's
Be
a
careful.
crime. The entire police force goes to that crime immediately.
right.
And then, if they don't immediately catch the person,
got away.
they all throw their arms up in the air and are just like, well, fuck it.
Well, tomorrow's another day, I guess. Like, it's like, seriously.
These aren't the rollerbladers we're looking
need
for.
to see-
Oh, well.
That's what I'm saying.
2 Star Wars references.
That's probably what happened. Somebody was probably like, dude, what are we going to do about this? He was like, they planned that marathon earlier and they got away. They planned this. They got away. It's like, no, they're right fucking there,
right
man.
there,
Wait.
yeah.
Oh, that,
Like literally,
that was
yeah,
their
like that
genius.
should have been the end of the movie.
It's
It's like, where did they go?
They're like, we thought you guys would be gone by
You gotta
now.
realize, like what Matt said, the other guy was in the back, so they had to swim out of the car. No, put the life jacket
God.
on the one guy,
yeah, they
swim
put-
out of the car, open up the back, put a life jacket on that
that
guy.
guy
He
set
goes
him
up,
up.
get all the money, and then go to the location wherever that is
That's so
underwater.
far away.
Also,
Maybe they had, like-
backed into the water. That's where the doors are. So if the back of that truck
like
lands
downward.
down,
Yeah,
down,
Jesus.
what the fuck
They
then?
can't get it.
In defense of that, I would think the engine, by the time once it was filled with water, the engine would go down
maybe.
first, right?
No.
You know what?
It's an armored car, though. It's got to drop like a goddamn brick, right?
Yeah, you would
Yeah, it's
hope.
like the heaviest vehicle you could
But
fucking
it has
drop
an
in.
That's
airtight
the other
air
thing, too.
chamber in the middle, so maybe not.
Maybe, I don't know.
But that's the other thing too. So it's dropping quickly, and they have to get into it,
And
get
get
the
the
guy
sign.
out, get the
There's a
bags
lot
out
to accomplish.
with no scuba gear,
No
just
one
holding your
did.
breath. And that's
Someone-
just to get the bag.
That
then you
first
have to
guy-
swim away.
That first guy
Then you
should have
get
came
away.
up. That first guy came up about 3 minutes too soon. Like,
Yeah.
for the stuff that they had to do.
Yeah,
You know what I
He's
mean?
up immediately.
Okay, so we're rock climbing now.
Jesus
Okay, so
Christ.
now we're rock climbing.
Sad-
So-
since we got over that hump of that.
God, I'm sorry.
And you know what's great is we're all stunned by the fact that nothing was shown.
Right.
It's not like we're arguing about what happened. We're like, what happened?
Yeah, I can't
like
tell you what happened.
the director just made the decision of like, oh, they'll get it. They'll understand.
I have
they
to
were
believe
holding
it.
their breath.
No, well, hold on.
Like, the
Our
audience
audience is smarter than that. They'll get it.
We'll
What do
get
we have
to it.
to hold their hand through the whole thing?
Some things are best left unsaid. Like how the fuck
Yeah, right.
did that happen?
Don't need to know. They're fine. They're good.
They'll
They're
get it.
So
They all
good.
put on underwater jetpacks
and just boom. Yeah.
Jetpacks, which are way cheaper than scuba equipment. Can I say scuba one more time?
Dude,
because that's the
'cause
best
if
way
they-
to hold your breath underwater.
Right, they
as far
should have
as I
stayed
know.
down there for like an hour if they had scuba
Yes.
gear.
Yeah.
And they don't. They're holding. Oh my god. Okay,
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
we're rock climbing.
Rock climbing.
We're rock climbing.
With ham
Natasha Henstridge
sandwiches.
with Natasha Ham sandwich.
Sandwiches.
I'm sorry. I keep
Yeah.
saying her real name. Natasha Ham Sandwich.
Species.
Yeah, because you can say it. I don't know what's happening over here. He can't say
We're just
the
gonna
word.
say species.
She's crawling down.
That's her name.
She's crawling down while Steven Dorff is going up, and he's like, "Damn, girl," and she's like, "Yeah, what's up?" And she's like, "You want to race me? You
Get closer to the mic.
you want to race me up this rock wall? Because we're all sweaty and sexy and whatnot."
Also-
She's just been trying to fuck him since the first time they met.
Also, no like acknowledgement that they met each other before.
No.
There's
Not
no
really.
like, hey,
Apparently,
Archie's the guy.
they're just friends now.
There was no establishing shot of the building they're in.
No.
That's
where
because they're
all-
both trying to fuck each other the whole time. It's
Yeah,
not.
I'm
There's
just
no
saying
like,
we don't know.
pleasantries.
Yeah,
It's
we
just
can't
like
even see
flirt-
the walls in this
flirt
room.
really
It's
hard.
like all black and then a rock climbing wall,
wall.
and
Right,
that's
yeah.
it.
And they're just there together. We don't know why either one of them are there. We don't know.
Because he's extreme, dude.
Yeah.
That's why he's there. We know why
And
he's
she
there.
and she's there because of Quinky Dinks.
Yeah, because she's just everywhere that he is somehow.
We'll get to it.
Right.
She's a
this
great
is the first.
detective.
There's 2 rock climbing scenes, right? This is the first
Yes.
of
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Because
And-
she's like, why
Because
don't
the
you
other,
race me?
the
And
other
he's like,
heister, there's like 2 other heisters there
yeah.
too.
Yes. Well,
Because they're
Alex,
all
the
need their
other
fix when
heisters
they're
are
not heisting.
Right.
Yeah,
They
they
get
gotta stay
extreme.
straight.
Yeah, and we assume
But
like
they do have
because
jobs.
here's the thing: is like the first heist. There was the first heist, and then it was over, and then they were holding their breath, and then the second heist, and then they were in water. So right after that, they're climbing rock walls. So you figure that's part of the heist. They're going to be climbing walls.
walls. Oh.
Spoiler: it's not.
Also,
No,
never
that-
mind.
this is
Very
recreational.
motherfucking thing.
Solely recreational.
Yep.
Also,
They gotta stay fit to jump over cop cars and shit.
Yeah.
also, good point though. You brought up they have jobs. Slim Steven
Is a-
Dorff is an insurance salesman,
yeah.
which is
It's
established
so added.
in that first scene with Natasha
Yeah,
Hempstead,
there's a
which-
scene
because he opens the briefcase and he has insurance papers.
Yes, and that's how he gets the cop to leave him alone.
Yeah, because he's
I
like, "What's in
completely
that
forgot about that.
briefcase?"
Yeah,
And
like
he- and
he
he
has
said- he
time
says
to do that.
rollerblades.
And he goes,
Yeah, he's like, "Is it rollerblades?"
Like,
Not the money.
obviously, it's not me. Fuck.
also, not the money that you just stole. You wouldn't
Yeah.
put that in the
In a
briefcase.
briefcase,
You'd
no.
want to keep those rollerblades.
Yeah, right. Jesus, I didn't think about that at all. Yeah, I forgot he had like a job.
He's an insurance salesman on
That's
the side.
insane.
There's the scene where they have all the
Why?
money. Hold on, he's telling them
As
not
cover.
Yeah.
The Frank is like, I'm gonna buy a new van, and then he's like, you can't be spending all the money.
You gotta lay
Right.
low.
But they
yeah.
pull up.
He
in, like,
also
a
says-
vintage like
Carmen
Corvette.
Ghia, I
Or
think.
was it a Carmen
I think it was a
Ghia?
Carmen
It's
Ghia.
like like this little tiny fucking sports car
Dude,
from like
and
the
the guy
70s.
sitting in the back so uncomfortable.
Yeah, she
But
pulls
he's
up
like
in
cool.
this expensive ass car. You're like,
Right.
if she can afford that on her day job,
Yeah.
Right.
why are you fuck does she
heisting shit
ride?
out of
Right.
Yeah.
Not only that, but he says don't spend your money. You know,
Frank works
don't-
in a goddamn warehouse and drives in a shitty van,
Don't-
and somehow he's extreme friends with some chick who has like so much expendable income she can dress like she's the future and drive cars from the past. Like, who the fuck are these people? How did they ever meet?
well, he says I'm
God
gonna buy.
damn it.
He says he's gonna buy a microbus, and he's like, no, don't spend your money on anything flashy. You know, like a microbus.
Bus,
Oh,
yeah.
you know, microbus. That guy's loaded.
Dude, I'm hanging
Look
out
at
with
that thing.
with Jem. Like, get the fuck out of my face. I'm buying whatever I want.
Oh my God,
Also-
it's flashy. He must be drowning in puss. This fucking guy.
Also, Slim makes a big point too in that same speech of like, and we can't be seen together because they'll figure it out. They spend every scene together.
Yes.
They're
Dude,
little fucking
they're like
rascals.
the
They're
Muppets,
always
man. They
together.
live in a house and they party and they go heist shit. That's all they do.
I don't see them hanging out with anybody
Yeah,
else.
yeah, they dress the
Just
same for
them.
fuck's sake.
I would love to see
Matching
the,
outfit.
should have made the real world in that apartment.
It
with
was.
these fucking guys in their off time.
It pretty much, if there was reality show cameras there, it's the real world.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
they had the fucking drama where they were dating, but not really. It
Yeah.
could have worked.
And that's
Right.
that's when they get kidnapped,
That
right?
is when. Yeah. Now we're at the
Okay.
after the rock climbing is when they get kidnapped.
So, okay, this is what I want to point out. All right, I guess we gotta ruin a lot of stuff right here because they get kidnapped by someone who knows they just did that heist and how they did it and how they got away.
Yep.
Because that's how you would know
Yeah,
who
so
they
other
are.
other
because
characters
otherwise,
know.
there's nothing. There's no video of their faces still.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, no one knows.
Especially, yeah, this was an armored car, so there's no video.
So somehow this person knew they did it.
Yeah.
But there,
Kidnaps
But
them.
there's news footage that Magruder has in the station of the heist.
No,
But
that's
they're wearing
later.
masks.
No,
Yeah, they're
that's
wearing
late-
masks.
No, not on
Yeah.
this heist at all.
Well,
Right.
he has it on the first heist.
The bridge heist, he has video.
Well, but he has heist on the rollerblades.
We will
Christ.
get to that
Yeah,
shit.
the ro-
Right.
I forgot about the bridge heist.
Man,
there's so many heists. They should be called heisters, man. They missed
That
out
is such a
big
good
time.
title.
Everybody would have watched
Heisters
Heisters
is a home fucking run.
Yeah.
I don't know how they
Yeah, you
missed
know
that.
what? I think it'd make the whole movie better if it was called
Yeah,
Heisters. I forgive
absolutely.
everything. I'd be like, Heisters is awesome.
It's the torque of robbing things.
Yeah, it really is
awesome.
the torque.
If this was called Heisters, we couldn't even do this show because everyone would know this movie.
Yeah.
We wouldn't need to
Dude,
recommend
Heisters,
it.
I'm a fucking
Yeah,
fan.
5 fucking stars.
Yeah, it would have a cult.
God,
totally
so
would.
they get kidnapped
Heisters.
They get
by
kidnapped.
someone who knows that they did this.
Right.
Okay. God. And then they're like
Thrown in like an ice,
They're
It's
not
weird. It's like
even-
the Fortress of Solitude
Yeah.
or something.
There's
It's-
giant
dipped
blocks
in
of
water.
ice.
They're
Frank
dipped
is like
in water.
strapped to a
Yeah,
giant
they
block
spray
of
him down
ice.
with like water.
Water.
Yeah, so
and then they
they're
put him in a
frozen.
freezer.
This
This is how
essentially.
he becomes Deacon Frost.
Right. Oh.
He says,
Had
dropped
to
the
happen.
mic.
It did
Drop the
Species
mic.
Blade. 90s hard
See you
R
guys
sci-fi.
later.
We get it. Yeah.
he says it's negative 20 degrees in there.
No
you
one's
can
shivering.
barely see anybody's breath.
No
No
one's
one's
nose is
No, they're
red.
covered in icing. It
And-
looked like icing.
Yeah.
Most of them didn't
Yeah.
even look like they were covered in anything except for the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She kind
Stephen
of
Dorff
shivers.
looked like he was sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they just wet him down.
And it's important to note.
My
At the
bad.
beginning of the scene, it's him
Sorry.
getting wet
It's
down.
important to
You're
note
right.
how. Okay, so like the person that kidnapped them.
They pay attention to something.
It should
They
be
do.
frozen.
The person that kidnapped them starts talking in like a
Robot voice.
in a
voice.
robo-coded voice.
Yeah.
And he's off in the distance in silhouette, really
With a
far away
top
from
hat.
them. That's him. Yeah, it looks
And
like
top hat
in a
and a
fedora.
jacket.
No,
He
he
looks
looks like a blank
It
from,
looks like something that would be
Dick
on a
Tracy.
Snick
yeah.
or something. It's
Yeah.
weird. Yeah. Yeah, and like that's important to say how the extent to which he is going
Just
to
hide
disguise
his
his voice
identity.
and who he is
Yeah.
in this scene versus later
Yeah, exactly.
and the reveal
Yeah.
of who he is.
And he
Right.
tells them what? I don't
That
remember
they
what
have
he
to
He tells
a
them
job
that they
for
have to
him.
do a job for him.
or he'll send
or
him to
he'll
the
send him
police
to
or kill
prison.
them right
Gotcha.
now.
Yeah, because he
Yeah.
can get to them. He's now proven that.
Yeah.
Right.
I can get to you at any
Even though
point.
we have no clue how he knows.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is the first time plot is actually introduced in the movie.
Yeah,
like
yeah, up
but
until then,
before
they're just
nobody
aimless-
had
It's just
any
people
purpose.
heisting.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
just
this
it's
was
just
a lot of
they're
heisting.
heisters that are just heisting.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
we're
a
gonna
half an
start
hour
heisting.
in.
This is our life. I'm a heister. Like, what is this?
There's not even an end game. We don't know why.
No, it was like why
they're
they
getting
need the money. I mean,
Yeah,
fine.
they didn't say like we're
We
going to go
just
to Rio
want
de
money.
Janeiro,
Yeah,
even though that
They're
is a
so
thing.
extreme that being extreme isn't enough.
Right.
They need to be so extreme that it's an outlaw kind of thing. So they just rob stuff and be extreme.
I mean, that's kind of what Point Break is. You know, like
a little
Patrick
bit.
Swayze
This
just
is like
into
the sequel
it.
to
Yeah,
Point
you're right.
Break.
It kind of
spiritually.
is spiritual sequel to Point Break. It really is. I didn't think about that at all. Yeah, no, it really is. They're heisting it. Yeah, this is the sequel to Point Break.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So they got to do the job. Now,
Except
So they have to. Yeah, so they have to do the job.
is the next scene the church?
Well, is,
No, no,
there-
no,
is
that's
this
when
when we're
they're like-
I
established?
really want to
no,
talk about
no.
this church.
Yeah, I know. Hold
The
on,
church
hold on.
is after the job that happens
Oh,
that they're blackmailed for.
We
Because-
missed a scene. We missed a scene.
Oh, okay.
No.
We missed a scene where they're like, "What did we steal?" And Natasha, or no,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, future woman is like Alex. Fucking
yeah,
tank
yeah,
girl is like,
Tank girl.
we got like
Damn
$6
it.
million, and then also we found these, and he's like, "Holy shit, it's bearer bonds, $20 million in bearer bonds.
Right.
We got to
And
figure
bearer
out a way
bonds.
to sell it."
Yeah.
And he goes to a broker. We missed all this shit. He goes to a broker to
Yep.
be like, "Can you sell these for me?" He's like, "I'll get you 60 cents on a dollar." He's like, "Keep a lid on it.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you in a couple days." Then they get kidnapped.
Yeah.
Then they do the argument over like, "I'm not gonna work for some fucking guy," and he's like, "Dude, we're gonna die. What the fuck?"
But
and
also,
he tells them that he's gonna send
he's gonna
a guy.
send them a guy.
He's gonna
You
send-
have to use my guy on your heist.
Yeah.
Which and that makes everything way more
Oh my God,
complex
so-
than it
Yeah,
needs to
like
be.
for no reason.
Yeah.
It's
He
like
just
this
wants
guy has to
somebody
be there.
He's probably
He's
like,
my
You're
brother-in-law,
already
he needs some
blackmailing them,
work.
so they
Yeah.
can't divert. They have
Yeah.
to do this job,
And he's-
or they go to the police. So you don't need to send anyone.
Yeah, like they
Right.
can't get
Gonna do
away. He's like, I can get to you.
I'm just trying to get him out of the house. He's
Yeah,
always
he just
hanging
hit,
around.
well, that guy does seem like he doesn't get out much.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
he shows
let's be
up.
honest.
So, well, yeah, they have an argument over whether or not they're going to do it. He shows up
Because
and he's
everyone's
super
out.
creepy.
Well, because Alex is out, Otis is out.
out.
Everyone's like, "Fuck it, I'm not doing it. I don't care." And then the guy shows up.
no,
in the middle
Frank
of
is taking a shower.
Frank's
He's
taking
not
a
in
shower.
that scene. It's
Yeah.
Otis.
Otis and Alex
yeah, and
Slim.
okay, and so
and
and then the bad guy's henchman shows up to help them.
Yep.
And it turns out that that guy, I forget his
Immediately
name. Do
racist.
you remember? He's
yeah.
immediately
He's
racist.
just dropping N-bombs
His
all over
only
the place.
problem with this job is the
is
fact
that
that
Otis
Otis
is
is
black.
there. Yeah, I don't even want to repeat anything he
just-
said.
yeah,
no,
no.
But
let's not do that.
Well, I don't want to repeat anything he says except for this. That
It's
they-
not good.
That he calls the movie on its own racism because he's like, "You must be Otis." 'Cause
Yeah.
he, like,
Which is
immediately-
something Lars said
Earlier.
way
Can we
before.
not name
like
the
he
black
literally
guy
said the
Otis?
line you had already said.
Yes.
So it's weird to have that happen. And
Like,
then,
the movie's
you
aware
think-
of how racist it is.
and then
that
it
they-
adds a character just so they could
Be
get some
racist.
racial slurs in there. What
And he
the
was
hell is
even
that?
like, he's dropping M-bombs while he's saying, okay, it's fine to have, I'll say a black guy. It's fine to have a black guy on this job as long as the black guy is carrying the bags for me.
Yeah.
Like,
But then he later says as long as he doesn't get his hands on it.
His,
Yeah,
like,
what the
dirty
hell?
hands.
Yeah, he
dirty
goes,
hands
I'm
doesn't
here
get
to make
sticky
sure
fingers.
that
Oh
money
my
doesn't
God.
land on your
like, it's
sticky
so
fingers.
over the
And
top
he
racist.
threatens to
This
shoot-
character did not need to be in this movie at
No,
all.
he
He
serves
threatens
no
to shoot
purpose
his
at all.
black
He's
ass.
more racist than Michael Fassbender in 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah.
In like
It's
3
real
minutes of
weird.
screen time.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
cartoonishly
Real
racist.
Yes.
And has no other purpose.
I guess it was to make his we'll talk. Never mind.
He's
I
just
don't want
there-
to say it.
He's just
death.
there
Make
to
it
make
more
sure
fun.
they do it and don't steal any money. And he acts like a complete dickhole. And he's like, "Hey, but I'm part of the team." He's always smiling, which is creepy. And his name's Jerry, right?
I think it's
Yeah,
Jerry.
yeah,
Yeah,
Jerry.
And you, without
Okay.
any notes.
Look at
Well
that.
done.
Yeah, see, you remember
You
that?
take your fucking notes. Get out of here.
Bunch of nerds.
Whatever.
Nerds.
These are the notes you're looking for. All right.
So the church?
okay.
The church?
The
The
church
church?
Out at the church. Are we at the church?
Yes,
Yes.
you can do, the church happens.
Tiny remote church in the middle of nowhere.
Just
Like,
woods,
it looks like it's in a
woods
forest.
and a
That
dirt
looks like
road.
it's in a
Not
forest.
like in the middle of nowhere, like a small town. Just like there's nothing but forest. It's like Middle Earth and then a church.
yeah.
It does not seem to take place in the same world as
No,
this movie.
I thought a new movie started.
And
And
then
I looked
yeah,
over at Bob and I'm like, did you start another fucking movie?
Yeah. No, it looks like it's even like the tone of everything
Yeah,
changed.
Yeah, the whole thing
Yeah.
shifts. There's an old man with a giant pompadour,
Weird-looking
with sideburns,
pompadour.
Weird-looking pompadour.
weird-looking pompadour that is
Preaching to
clearly a
children.
wig. He's wearing a suit.
To me, the guy really felt like he was doing a bad walking impression.
Yeah,
that
I don't know
he
what
could
he-
not accomplish whatsoever.
but also
He
his
also didn't know if he was
his
Australian
his
or from
accent-
the South
his
or
accent
just an
changes.
old man.
Yeah, by the line.
By the
Yeah,
line.
schizophrenic.
So at one point he sounds like Borat.
Yeah, but
it's a spectacular failure of a
Oh,
performance.
yeah.
Oh, my
like
God.
it's
Yeah.
beautiful
But
to
he's
watch.
trying to
No,
do the
he's
whole.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like high energy Baptist preacher. He's
Yeah.
dancing around. All kids.
All
children.
children.
Very
There's
small
not
He's
an
talking
adult.
about
No,
like
there's
fire
not
and
an
brimstone
adult.
and
Yep.
death.
Yeah, and it's like if you steal an apple pie from your mom, you're going to hell. That is
Dude, he
the
asked
speech
that girl that question. He goes, "What do you think that means?" She goes, "That means if your friend has a thorn in his eye, then you stab that eyeball out with a sharp stick." And he's like, "God damn, girl."
Yeah, it's like
Like,
really
what-
dark.
yeah,
you should not
there's
be
no
talking
parents.
to children.
No parents. This
He
is not
should
a
not be
school.
al-
This
yeah.
is a church.
He
Dude,
should
when
not
they-
be allowed to be
when
alone
he
with these-
finishes and let them go, they all just run outside and
They
like
run.
surround the
Yeah,
car
yeah, that's
that
it.
pulled
It
up.
feels like something out of Twin Peaks or something.
Yeah.
Like, what
Something.
the fuck
It
is
was
going
random.
on? This
It's
is
like
a,
in the mouth of
'cause I
madness.
thought
Everybody
I-
just comes to the weird church and
Right.
then leaves.
Like,
And then that
we're in
guy-
a world where extreme sports are overly extreme. Okay, I can
wait,
take that, but
yeah.
now you can't give me a world where this
This
is happening.
happened.
too.
Yeah, this is
I
weird.
don't know where I am anymore.
Where the
that's
preacher's there,
when-
and then Dallas Buyers Club walks in.
Yeah, right.
I was about to say, fucking like.
Well, the
dude,
kids run out. He's like, "You're dismissed." The kids all run out into the
Dismissed
forest.
from what?
They
Right.
run out
But
to
a
the
lot of them
woods.
just
all
run up to the
scattered.
car.
Yeah,
Yeah, a
all
bunch of them run up to the
scattered
In the
car.
woods, there's no houses. They just scatter. Back to the
Yeah, there's no
forest
cars.
with you.
There's no like parents picking them up.
Some of them. Some of them just run up to the cars and are like running. They're touching the car like they've never seen a car. They're like, oh. They're feral children.
Feral children, right? And then the
He's
guy
like
with
foghorn
cancer.
leghorn.
Yeah, the
or
guy
something.
is a very pale man.
Yeah, he looks sick.
He
as
has
hell.
a, he has a disease.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with that
No,
guy.
he needs some
There's
vegetables.
something
man.
very
Yeah, he's not gonna make, and I don't think we see
Honestly,
him again.
I feel like
No,
he
we
needs
don't
that
see him
$20
ever
million.
again.
I
He
want to
just
know what
dies.
that guy was
He
doing.
dies off camera 5 minutes after this scene. It's
Yeah,
the
he
only
just-
logical
He just
ending.
collapses and
failure.
blood starts pouring out of his eyes. That's it.
But his
the
whole
children
mission-
eat him.
But yeah, he just
fucking
needs to
spit
exist
roast
because
him.
he has to tell the preacher that these bonds have gone missing.
Yeah, they're his bonds, and he wants
Yeah.
them back. So he hires this preacher who's just a crazy preacher, but preaching to feral children in the woods. He hires him to hunt down bearer bonds that were stolen out of a truck.
He hires a preacher to hire.
No,
well, just to deal with it.
To deal
I'm
with it,
dying.
right.
He goes, "You
I
get
am not
me
well
these."
enough.
I know enough to do this.
I'm putting my affairs in order.
I need this weird fucking guy with a pompadour that talks to kids.
Because you seem like the guy. Because if something goes missing, you seem like the one to handle it. Like you're the fixer that I'm
In
gonna
a better
go to.
movie with a different actor, it would have been a really out there awesome thing. But
Like
in
he
this
could have been
movie,
the
it's
wolf.
Weird.
Like he could have been
Right.
Yeah.
Like if Harvey Keitel played that part in a
Harvey Keitel-
Scorsese movie,
Yeah.
it would have been handled right. So it's just enough. You're like,
Well,
all
he's
right.
like he feels like a Tarantino character.
Yeah,
in like
exactly.
this, in this like real in like actors. Like
It's a failed Tarantino homage or something.
it's real weird.
It's so weird.
He's
so
very strange.
Now he's on the case to get the bear bonds
He's on
back.
the-
He's gonna get him. Yeah, he's gonna find him.
Right, the bear bonds that were stolen
Because now
because
we've-
of somebody else's heist,
Because
who was blackmailed into heisting that.
Because we've also
Just
like
think about that for a second.
a third of the movie has no plot, and then all of a sudden it's
Plot
like they
just
remember.
pours
I just
in.
watched
It's
this and
too
I have
much.
no idea what they're talking about.
But yeah, we're now overwhelmed with plot because now they have to do a job for one guy,
and
but there's another guy
hunting him
on
down
their
for a
trail.
job they
Who's
did
haphazardly
already.
told to get the fucking bear bonds back.
Yeah, he just knows about that.
right.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that they're
He's not
heisters.
working with the evil silhouette
Yeah,
guy.
they're unrelated.
Right.
These two guys that show up around the same time to ruin their lives.
Right.
But also, we've established that Natasha Ham Sandwich, she is on the case too, but
How and where
just her
and
entire
doing what?
thing is to go rock climbing and try to fuck a guy
Steven
that she
Dorff.
doesn't know
Right.
is involved.
Yeah.
And now that the church is over, we're at
Oh my god.
but we're at the third heist.
Yeah, we're now
we?
up to the
Yes.
third
We're
heist.
at bridge
We're at
heist.
the bridge heist.
We're at the bridge heist already?
Yes.
Yeah, we're at the bridge
Oh,
heist.
thank God.
Which
I'll say.
there's so much.
This is the most extreme.
This bridge
part of
heist
the
was
movie.
worth it. All
This
of
was-
this
yeah.
bullshit
There's
that
so
we had
much,
to sit
dude.
through.
This is a packed scene. I mean, this honestly,
was
this scene
fantastic.
proves that this movie had a fucking budget.
Oh,
out the
yeah.
ass.
Oh, yeah.
I
A
mean,
lot of money was
a
spent
lot of
on
money was
this.
spent on this
Yeah.
scene. Man,
God
it
damn
was
it.
insane.
So there's an armored truck
we're
driving on
stealing
the
another
highway.
another armored truck.
Yeah.
fucking-
They're
It is
driving-
another armored truck.
Yeah. They only rob armored trucks.
Dude, the Heisters is such a good name for this movie. Like, come on.
So Otis is in a monster. I mean, an 18-wheeler.
That he's
Frank
just
is
driving
in an
recklessly.
18-wheeler.
Otis is driving recklessly.
No, he
from the
doesn't start
beginning.
that.
Well, he's in
first,
front.
Right?
He's in front.
Yeah,
You're
Yeah,
foreshadowing.
you're right.
You're foreshadowing.
So Otis is in
Yeah.
the front. The bank truck is behind him. Then
Oh,
no
fuck.
fucking way.
No.
Well, we're gonna. Well,
Is
the
this going to be a two-parter?
The-
Two-parter!
The moment are gonna have to fucking wait.
Dude,
Just-
no way. All right.
Yeah.
There's too
So
much
they-
going
We're
on.
not even.
There's a tanker
Oh,
truck.
damn it!
Bank truck.
Damn it!
A sedan with Natasha, Tank Girl and Vampire Lord, and then another
Lord?
He's in Blade, and then
Frost.
names are a Frost, and then another tanker with Frank in it in the back.
Yeah.
Which is an oil tanker,
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
the way. The
Yeah.
front tanker is like a cargo tanker.
Yeah, exactly.
A cargo truck.
Yep.
And it's like an oil tanker behind them.
Yeah.
So then Otis starts jackknifing.
Yeah, he
on
purposely
purpose. He jackknifes a
jackknifes
trailer
on the bridge.
On a bridge,
It
so
took a
it
while,
basically
too.
blocks the
It took
entire.
a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took a long. Yeah.
Of
He's
Swerving.
weaving back and
Lots of
forth for a
swerving.
while.
But let's
Many
not take a
times.
long time explaining it.
He could have just parked perpendicular. Would have accomplished the same
Right.
thing.
It
Pretty
didn't
much.
need to
But
be
it wouldn't have been
jackknifed.
extreme.
You could have just
They
went to one
needed-
side and pulled.
Right.
Yeah.
Guys, it needed to look like an accident, so the cops
You
didn't
keep
show up
saying this,
immediately.
but I don't think so. Because the cops still show up immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
but they hang back because they think it's a chemical
hold on.
fire.
Okay,
Oh,
we're not there yet.
They do not hang back because they think it's a chemical fire.
Come on, we gotta get there.
That never happened.
Okay, so he
We all
jackknifed.
saw different things. It's a play with our
It's
brains.
Rashomon explaining this movie.
Right?
somehow.
Yeah. It's,
Okay, so he jackknifes it.
Everybody's-
the
sedan
Deacon
cra-
Frost sedan
smashes into
into
it, like a fake smash into it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a
So that
planned
the armored
accident.
car behind them.
gets out to help.
Yeah, because oh shit, we're blocked now. And,
And they want to make sure that because they're police officers, sort of.
well, you know, they're human
beings,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, well, yeah,
They're
right.
not
there's that-
heisters. They
that
don't have ice in
sympathy
their
thing.
bloods.
Yeah.
Right.
So the people get out of the car, and then when they get out of the car, that's when the most extreme fucking shit ever happens.
Yeah.
Frank is driving an 18-wheeler on the edge of the
Which we
tires.
don't see the
two wheels.
transition
You
from
know,
4
it
to
just
2.
cuts to everybody
It just
looking
cuts.
at it.
Yeah, it's
Holy
a tanker
shit.
on two wheels.
Yeah.
Well,
just-
I mean, 8 Because it's on
Well,
all the back.
I'm sorry, but
too.
on half of its
But
wheels.
when have you ever seen that? And they
Look, but this is not a CGI effect.
I'm saying
it was cool. It was okay.
It was fucking bad.
Yeah,
as
I
shit.
know Lars was like, "Why are we complimenting this?" But it's like, dude, that is
It was okay, I
You gotta
guess.
give him props. When they did that, it was
They
pretty
went to
good.
painstaking lengths so you knew that it actually happened.
Yeah.
Because they had a car like with a camera on it swerving back and forth so you could see both sides of the
Yeah,
truck.
like, it
while
was
drove.
not a
But it
CG
was
effect.
going. That slow mo was so slow.
Yeah, it was
It
really
looked
slow.
like hell.
Yeah.
You're just like, there's just this thing happening.
Yeah.
But it was pretty awesome.
It was pretty
It
cool.
was
Sure.
that was
It was
practical effects of the cool shit.
They
and
could have just
actually did that.
They could have written that out easily.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
this
yeah.
didn't
No,
need
he could
to
have also
happen.
just jackknifed that truck.
Or yeah.
Or
It's
perhaps,
gotta look like an accident.
Yeah,
Chemical fire.
Yeah.
yeah, maybe take that
They're
budget.
thorough but extreme as fuck, dude. I'm telling you.
But again, they showed that. Did not show any of the underwater heist. Didn't
didn't
bother.
show how he got to that position at
Yeah.
all.
They, I think they filmed the bridge scene first, and they're like, you know what?
That was
Don't
all
need
our-
the underwater shit.
You know
That's
what?
it. We just did that.
Yeah. It's
Fuck
like
it.
we spent all our money making a
But
fucking
it lands on its
trailer
side.
do that.
It lands on its side. It doesn't explode. I thought it was
No.
going to
No. But then they-
That's
They
what I'm
throw-
saying. It's extremely safely crashed it so
Yeah.
it would look like an accident, and then
But
they
then they
throw
throw smoke bombs.
smoke bombs and like colored
So it
gas.
looks like
and
there's
shit.
smoke, and
Telling
then-
you,
Why
dude.
were they throwing those smoke bombs?
So it
make
looked
it
like
look
a
like an
chemical
accident.
spill so that
Yeah.
people wouldn't rush to the scene.
That's actually adding up now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That actually makes
I told
sense.
you.
I was
My
wondering the same
apologies.
thing.
My apologies.
And
That's why I
then they
said
rigged the armored car back door with explosives, and they
No,
warned
no, no,
it-
Oh, hold on.
no.
Well, first
they
they-
throw grenades.
No,
to the
no,
back.
no,
They
no,
don't
no.
rig it with
No,
explosives.
they do. It's like
They're like
it's gummy.
chucking-
No,
No,
like plastic
that's
explosives.
those were
the
the smoke
smoke and
bombs,
shit.
Oh,
man.
they're chucking the smoke bombs.
Yeah, yeah,
Tank
yeah.
Girl puts fucking like sticky bomb on it.
Yeah.
It
Okay, you're
blows
right,
the
yeah.
whole back.
You
of
know
the
why you're
truck up.
confused? Because they made you confused.
Yeah, they made you
Yeah.
confused. But remember,
Because he's
okay,
happened-
all right, they blow the back of the truck up, and the way that they hide from the explosion is they
like, get on the
lean
front
against
of the
the front of the truck, and this thing fucking explodes.
It explodes.
Yeah.
Like
I
they would
didn't
have
believe
thrown them
it.
all like 10 feet.
Yeah, it had to
like
push
the
them
car
all
had
over.
to buck.
Yeah. Not only that, but you saw the insides of this truck come to the outsides. Like it exploded from the inside
Yeah.
out.
And there's
There's no
money
way
in
that money and
bags
shit
that's
wasn't
totally
damaged.
fine.
No,
Yeah.
then they just get in and take the bags of money, which I've never been
then-
in an armored truck, but
then-
they just keep like duffel bags full of money in the
I
back of an
guess,
armored
dude, I
truck.
have no idea
Yeah, I
about that.
don't-
Like I
well,
said,
for the sake of it, let's
we're
not
not
harp on
hyping-
that.
yeah.
Yeah, they're in duffel bags.
This is the shot that
That's what
made
they
me
do.
think
Yeah,
of Bob.
give them that.
This is the shot that made me think of Bob when I watched it. I
Oh
told you
man,
this.
so
The
good.
guy who is in the thing is also fine, despite how big that explosion was. And
And he's trapped in a confined space.
Jerry, the fucking guy,
The
shoots
racist.
him.
I hope
The
you guys didn't
racist.
forget about Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry the
Yeah,
racist.
Jerry's
Jerry.
there, and he shoots him. And
Through the windshield of the car,
no,
right?
He's
No,
just
no, no,
standing
no.
there
Oh, right,
with
oh, right.
Tank Girl.
Oh, yeah,
And she's
okay.
like, why would you do that? And he's like, because he was going for his gun. She's like, no, he wasn't. Then it cuts to him already having a gun.
Yeah.
His gun is out.
He's
so
been
which-
shot, and now he has a gun. It's in slow motion. He fires, then it cuts to this
This
weird,
weird-
like, under her angle of her already bleeding and
Yes, she
spinning.
completely. Yeah, it was
It's
really
just
weird.
like these 4 cuts
There's
that
no
end
like
up with her on the
establishing
ground.
shot of him
Oh.
shooting.
No, it was like a
Tank
music
Girl
video.
at all.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
awesome. It was,
It was
awesome.
yeah, it's so weird looking.
Confusing
it's good.
as shit.
So
I
they-
guess she was shot.
So she gets shot, and
Then
then
Steven
Jerry
Dorff's like, what the
unloads
fuck?
He
And then
unloads
Jerry
on the
kills
guy
on
inside,
the
Yeah,
guy
yeah, yeah.
inside.
And,
And
he
then
also
Dor-
kills the
and
two
the other
that they,
guys
that
who were
they,
handcuffed.
handcuffed to the pole.
and then Steven Dorff comes up and like grabs him
And
by
he's
the
like,
collar.
what the
That's not
fuck
how
you
we do
doing?
things.
Yeah, we don't do this. You're
Yeah.
racist. And
Yeah.
she got
So
shot.
then, at this point, they've got all the money and they're running down the bridge. And
They want-
Jerry's
they
like,
run-
where's the escape car?
Yeah.
And Steven Dorff's like, oh, we changed our escape plan. So now cops have figured out that the thing is not a problem. And they're like muscling cars over
Yeah, wait,
barriers and
that
driving.
was amazing.
Yeah.
because they literally could just walk around
Walk
the
the car
jackknife
and
We're
car.
run
here
up to
now.
them
Instead, they
shoot
get in
them.
a fucking Grand Marquis
And
or Crown
drive.
Victoria and
And
drive
drive.
up. More cars on 2 wheels.
On a Jersey barrier.
Yeah, they have a Jersey barrier to tip the car. They're like, trying to keep through. It's like, you can walk 10 feet around this thing. What are you doing?
Those cops were in the meeting earlier, and they were like, "These guys are extreme," and they're like, "We can be extreme.
We gotta
too.
show them."
We gotta
Yeah.
show them that we're extreme and catch them."
Yeah, and that's how
so
they do it.
drive all crazy. So then they're running away. They throw the bags off the bridge, and they have
With
parachutes.
parachutes
on
Oh,
on
you
it.
knew it was
Then-
coming. You know it was
oh,
coming.
yeah.
Oh, we're jumping off a bridge. I'm so surprised they didn't have a fucking
Oh, yeah,
bungee cord on
I
it.
don't want to
man.
skip
Oh,
the. I don't want to
fuck.
skip the pussy area
Fuck
shot.
that, we forgot something really important.
What did we forget?
We forgot this scene where Frank, for some reason, before the heist, tells Alex, "I'm going to die tomorrow."
Oh, fuck yeah! God damn it!
We got to start over, you guys.
Start over from scene 1.
Yeah, we got to get our facts straight.
Yeah.
This is like the
the
next
night
season of
before the
Serial.
heist,
The night before the heist, Frank just looks at Alex and is like, "I'm going to die tomorrow."
And that's also the scene where you
And
get
his
more
camera, like,
backstory.
zooms
Hold
in
on,
on
we
his
have to
face.
mention this because earlier. That's where you get more of the backstory where she says, "I was a bad girl," and he's like, "Why are you guys fighting?" And she was like, "I'm a bad girl." So she cheated on him. You figure it out then. Like they sort of
You
hint
did.
at it, but no, I've seen it already. I've seen it already, so I knew earlier this shit already happened. But that's where they explain that.
Okay, so
but Frank just it just cuts to
what?
Frank, and he's like,
I
"I'm
got
gonna
none of
die
that.
tomorrow."
right.
And you're like,
it seems
what
really
the
dramatic. It's
fuck?
like it like zooms in on his face.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh man, this shit's what's
He's gonna
happening
die.
now?
And
It's
there's
gonna
no
turn into
explanation as to why Frank thinks that. Like Frank is
He's got a feeling. But he's
got
the
a feeling.
hippie guy. Don't forget he's a
Personally,
hippie.
after the
Yeah.
church scene, I was like, you know what? If he turns out to be like a seer or some shit, I was like, whatever.
all bets are off in this world.
Yeah, at this
Anything is
point,
possible.
okay.
Okay, so then you see Frank jumps off the bridge and just
Hold on,
doesn't.
when they're putting on the harnesses, though, they show that weird shot of like Alex's crotch, but she's bleeding, and you're like,
Yeah.
why am I? Like,
it's a weird
looking at-
angle.
Yeah, it's
of
like
they're
up-
strapping her
Her
in.
body, like looking
Yeah.
at blood and
It's
sex.
like a shot
like,
you would do if she had just put on like a biking outfit, or like like put on an outfit to go be a badass.
Yeah.
So it's like that kind of shot, but she's bleeding.
She's dying.
and you're like
Yeah.
you're about to be dead, and you're trying to try to jump off of something.
You know what?
Like,
Fuck.
what is this?
I just realized something.
What?
We
God
forgot
damn it.
another scene.
What?
Come on.
Because it makes sense. We forgot it. It's the second rock climbing scene, which happens
they
before this
fuck?
heist.
Does it really?
The fucking
It
happens.
totally does. It 100%
It
does.
100% does.
And we forgot another
God
important
damn
scene.
it!
We forgot another important scene after that scene.
Jesus Christ.
Because I remember what the them fucking scene cuts to, so we'll get to that in a
Okay.
second.
So,
But they're
we're gonna-
rock climbing.
They're rock climbing. They have their race, and then Steven Dorff's in the sauna, and Natasha Hamstrings comes in.
She comes into the male
She
sauna.
becomes
They
Sweaty
race
ham.
up the wall. She wins.
She
they get
wins.
really fucking horny because
With
they don't
no-
have the ropes on to protect them.
Yeah, no ropes.
That's, that shit's hot. Yeah,
So
You
this is
did say
important.
that was
we
sexy.
could die.
This
Fuck
is
me.
important.
Yeah.
She comes into the sauna.
Because that old man is like, you must climb the rope the way the child did, with no
right.
rope.
Yeah, right. Right.
And then
She
they all
escapes.
rise.
This is not. There's no Batman in this stuff.
Oh shit!
There's no Batman.
So they climb.
No Batman.
They climb. Then they're in the sauna.
Cut it out,
They
nerd.
go in the sauna. When she comes in the sauna,
walks
this is
in.
where she sees his tattoo on the back of his
He's
neck.
got the
He's got an
A.
anarchy
The
tattoo
on
He's
his
so
neck.
fucking extreme.
Because he's a huge fan of Nirvana.
And then
they
they
fuck, and there's
fuck
that
the
weird
best
cut.
edited sex scene
Yeah.
maybe I've ever
A
seen.
bitter editor put together the worst shot.
Yeah, it was
that
so
you have ever
Weird.
seen.
And this is
He's
shot
lo-
of
Steven
Steven
Dorff
Dorff looking at the
midsection.
small of her bag.
Yeah.
Like
And
she's a
then they're
work
like-
of art.
Like then he's laying on his front and she's on her side. Like you just those.
but the last shot is the best. It's that
It's just
slow
her
motion shot
her
of her
face.
her face like turning
Turning
to the
and looking
camera.
at
But
Creepy.
not in ecstasy, just like a
Just
blank.
looking.
Dude, it looks like she's
expression.
about to cry. It's
What
weird.
am I
Like,
doing?
I finally found him. You know.
That's when the fucking perfume bottle fades in.
Yeah,
next to
right.
Where the neckline ends.
But
And
then
then
we
it-
cut to the two of them in a hotel.
They're
Or in a
somewhere
room.
else.
Yeah, in another room, dressed.
It's
in
like
different
they
clothes.
just put on
Yeah.
clothes after they fucked, but
Yeah.
you just finished. You know, they just finished fucking. Like,
Yeah.
did they fuck there, leave,
Put
go
on new
somewhere
clothes.
else, fuck,
Yeah.
and then now they're putting their clothes on to leave again?
And then we cut to Crazy Preacher in a hot tub.
Oh,
right.
Oh, yeah, getting
Holy
a
shit.
blowjob.
And it's at first it looks like he's jerking off.
And he gets a
because
call
he's
about
just
the
like
case.
you
God,
see his
how do
hand
we missed,
underwater.
like, 20
This
minutes of
movie's
this
so
movie.
full of
Fuck.
shit.
But like it seems like
We
his
all
hand.
just want to get to the bridge.
Yeah.
It's the only reason to watch this motherfucker.
But he's on the phone because he wants his bond. He wants an update on where they're at. You know.
Yeah.
And then a woman comes up underwater, topless. and
Who's
is
been
like-
blowing in the whole
She's
thing.
been blowing him the
yeah.
whole
And
conversation.
she's like, "You motherfucker!"
And he's like, "You want me to baptize you again?
$50,
$50.
Jesus.
and the scene.
So now we're on the
Then-
bridge.
Now we're on the bridge.
Hold on. We're still.
God damn it.
When after the first time they fuck, when she's being like, "Yo, let's fuck." After they fuck the second time, God damn it. Then they're putting on clothes again.
Oh man.
And she's cocking a gun, and he's like,
Oh,
"What are you
this-
doing?"
Oh god,
Yes,
it's
she's-
so important.
This is one of the best scenes. She cocks a gun. He's like, "What do you use that for?" And she's like, "I'm a cop." And he's like, "Really?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm a detective." And he's like, "What's the best part about being a cop?" And she goes, "The look in a perp's face right before he knows that I got him." And you're like,
Wait,
do you know
what he
right,
is?
Right, she says right after he thinks he got away with it scot-free. And she's like, eyeballing
She's looking
him.
at him.
And you have to, like what I said, he should have been like, wait, are you talking to, are you actually, hold on.
Wait, what's happening
You know
right
I
now?
robbed banks, right?
No, Steven Dorff
I'm a
should say what we're
heister.
saying. Like, what is happening right now?
what's
Do
going
you
on?
know what he did?
You're freaking me out because I'm a heister over here.
She doesn't know anything at this point.
Yeah, she's clueless, but she
she
does
says
see
that
the
she-
tattoo. She
She notices the tattoo then.
but doesn't know why it's important.
because
at that
then,
point.
why, we didn't
Because then
finish
the police
bridge. We
station.
haven't-
Okay, now we're back at the bridge. We're back at the bridge.
we're back at
The
the bridge.
racist.
We're back at the bridge.
Everybody else has jumped off
It
the
jumped
bridge,
off. The
including
racist
dying
does not
woman.
have a parachute.
He doesn't have
Yeah.
a parachute.
Well, we were talking about Frank jumping off the
Oh yeah,
bridge.
well Frank jumps off,
Oh, yeah.
and the whole thing was the premonition that he was going to
He's
die.
gonna die, but he's
and he
fine.
jumps off, and he doesn't
It doesn't show us that
do his
his
parachute at first.
for a
yeah.
long
For a long time, you
You just
never see his
assume he's
parachute.
gonna
So you're
fucking
like,
die.
Did Frank just commit suicide?
yeah,
Like-
it's not a high jump.
yeah.
It's
And,
not that
Dude,
high.
you would
for how
die
long
from
he
that
fell.
jump,
Yes.
though.
but we never just eventually Frank's just on the ground. We never see his parachute go off. He's just on the ground, fine.
Which to have such a dramatic scene of him saying, "I'm gonna die,"
right, it added this weird tension. to
and
him
then he's
jumping.
like, "What? Okay, it's just weird."
It was dumb.
Yeah.
All right, they all jump
They
off.
all
and
jump
then
off.
Steven Dorff jumps off last.
And the guy is
Jerry starts shooting at him.
But Jerry waits
damn
until
it.
he jumps.
To
Jerry
start
has like
shooting.
5
Oh, he
minutes
could. He could
to
have shot
shoot
him for a
all of
long
them
time.
before they jump off.
Yeah.
the
You know,
bridge.
after they told him, "Hey, we're leaving you behind on the bridge, Jerry." So see ya.
Also,
They-
begs the fucking question: why didn't they do
just
something about
kill-
Jerry before this fucking heist
Because they were
started?
hoping he'd get arrested possibly or killed by
and
the
give up
cops.
their identities.
Hold on,
You're
we'll
right.
get to it. We will get
God
to it.
but
damn
why
it.
didn't they
We're
subdue
right at
Jerry?
the edge of it, Joel.
This was the
Let
best
it
part of the movie.
happen. Movie, just let it happen. Fucking Jerry pops a bunch of shots off, and Steven Dorff.
So now we're happy that the cops drove their cars past
Yes,
this truck.
right, yes, because the cops
God,
are
thank you.
barreling down the highway.
By the way, it isn't like a busy highway.
No,
Everything
it's
is
blocked
stopped.
off.
The only thing on this highway
Right,
is
is
Jerry.
Jerry.
It's just Jerry.
They're barreling down the street. He pops off a shot, then the coolest shot in the movie happens, where he shoots through the windshield, then the camera goes through the windshield
bullet
at
hole.
him. Just as he gets hit by a cop car, flips up into the air.
It's like a green screen shot of his
Oh, it's
body.
horrific.
Just-
And then
it's so weird looking.
But then it's like
Yeah.
cartoonishly, he slams forehead first into the next cop car.
He did.
Yeah,
And then he show
he
him
flops
conscious.
up onto the. He's holding onto the,
lights.
lights, and then when the cop car hits the wall, which is like, why did it hit a wall?
Yeah.
Why did it hit him? They gotta stop 10 feet from him and just shot him with guns. They ran him over with 2 cars. Is that like a maneuver the police have to learn, dude? We're doing the double car maneuver. I'm so excited. We haven't had the opportunity in like 15 years. Like, god damn it,
Knuckle
what was
puck
that?
time.
The cop car hits the wall. Jerry goes sailing off of it with the lights.
The light, holding onto the light.
light.
Dude, it looks so weird.
God.
It was
God, a
awesome.
shot of him falling off the bridge with that light, just like it looked like a shot from like Hook or something. It's like, you know what I mean? It looked weird.
God damn it, it was amazing.
Yeah.
So then his body hits the ground. They get everybody in the car. They get the woman still dying. They load Jerry's body up.
In the trunk.
Yeah, like get
In
him,
the
and they
trunk.
put him in the trunk of the car. They're
At this point in the movie, you have to just be going, you know, you're
I
like,
don't know why they took his
what
body.
the
It makes no
fuck?
sense.
Why the fuck
We
would you
might
take a
need
body
this.
then?
We might need a dead body
We might
later
need a
on.
body for a plan we haven't even
also,
thought of yet.
can I point out that leaving him there would mean possibly the police finding a connection between him and the person who's their enemy.
Enemy and
Right,
not
you can
them.
set up
Right,
the-
you could
the-
set
they
up
don't
that
know who
person
they
because
are.
you're leaving
Who he
evidence
is.
of somebody else that isn't
Right.
the heisters being involved.
Because he has no connection to you. Like,
Right.
they can't trace
Jesus
him back to you.
Christ.
Holy shit!
So then they drop off the money at the spot where Steven Dorff is hitting the camera earlier.
Right, because they're supposed to drop it
Yeah,
for the guy in that
he
the
set
hat.
up a camera at the drop zone, and God, and then so they videotape that. The girl dies in the car.
Yep.
Alex
Okay,
dies
so
in
right
the
now the
car.
car has a dead body in the trunk, which is the racist.
And now
And
Alex's
Tank Girl's
dead
dead.
body in
Tank
because
Girl's
she's dead.
Tank Girl's dead, yeah.
Yeah.
They get back to the apartment. They put her body in a bed.
And put a cover over her.
Put her
Yeah,
cover
yeah,
over.
they
She's
tuck her
still
in.
dressed.
They
They
tuck
tuck
her
her in
in.
the house. They tucked her in. Where's Jerry's body number 1 at that point?
We don't know. Yeah.
Okay, it's Friday.
He does point out that it's Friday.
It's Friday. Their friend has just died.
What? You're right.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Their friend just died. They get a call from whoever's.
So into it.
They get a call from whoever stole the money.
The man making them do the
Yeah.
mission. Yeah.
It's revealed to the audience that it's Magruder.
well, also he's no longer
But
has
he's
the
not,
robot voice.
Yeah, he's not doing his robot voice.
It's just Magruder.
and
so
he's
they wouldn't know who he is anyway.
At this point,
he could have talked to them normally the first
Right.
time.
They-
I
never met
was
him.
the one who said, I was the one we were watching who said, wait a minute, did we just find, it was the reveal to the audience that he's that
That
guy
guy.
just happened.
And they didn't tell you.
Matt-
they didn't tell
Yeah.
you it was the reveal.
No,
It was just
Matt
this,
was
this
like,
happening
yeah, that's
now.
the reveal. It's like so anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, he somehow figured out who they were from that heist that they escaped from him. Like they escaped from him at that heist, but he knew who they were after it.
right.
How? When?
God, dude.
When?
That's a good point.
When?
Such a good point. And then the reason that
Also, he's in his office on doing this call. He's calling the
from the police
from
station,
the police station, like on his cell phone that he
And then
always
we-
wears the little earbud thing.
Ham Sandwiches realizes who she's been fucking.
Well, because she's
Because of the helicopter footage
where they see the back.
We see the
back of back.
tattoo, even though it's like the closest shot of the
Yeah,
tattoo.
yeah.
How did
It's
you
not
see
like
that?
she noticed it in a shot. It was like a
the shot of the
it.
tattoo.
It's not
yeah.
grainy and it's not zoomed in.
No,
it's
it's
just
perfect.
like
The
they
shot
shot
of the
the
tattoo.
So
Yeah.
that's when she realizes she fucked him.
Yeah, she didn't know up until
She
she
did
knows
not
she's-
know up until then.
And she
Everything
doesn't
was
know-
a coincidence
and-
up until this point.
Ham and Species does not know that Magruder is crooked.
No.
No.
Right. So she just figured out who
He
is a fucking heister
is.
and she doesn't think Magruder's crooked. And she's
But
not
she doesn't
crooked.
say anything.
Right. So what
Why?
the fuck? Why wouldn't she
Immediately go bust
immediately
them.
go to the fucking
I know
police?
who it is. I fucked that
What-
guy last night. She didn't want to look like a slut, I guess. That's it.
I've been fucking
Oh,
that
I
guy.
fucked that guy after we climbed the wall. Actually, no. We climbed one wall and then we fucked at least 3 to 4 times. I
Don't
can't
judge.
remember
Have you ever
myself.
climbed a wall with him?
before?
It's fucking hot.
I'm a detective.
You
This
try
is how a
keep
detective
you
works.
keep your pussy dry after you climbed a wall with that motherfucker.
God damn it.
Yeah,
All
well,
right.
it's-
So she sees that.
'cause
Hold
she
on, they get
loved
the call
him,
from
Matt.
him. He's like, you
She
didn't steal.
loves
God
him.
damn
That's
it,
why
there's
she
still so much
didn't-
I know.
movie to talk about.
Right. Yeah,
That's
so
a
the whole-
character moment, don't you see?
Oh, I don't see. I
But yeah,
apologize.
so the whole thing is he's not happy because he got the money, so they have to do another job for him. Also, he doesn't ask about the guy who's dead. He doesn't seem to care about the guy that he sent
Sit
along.
there. Yeah, I know.
He never asks like, where's
Where's
he?
Jerry?
What happened to Jerry?
I
He
guess
doesn't
I'll
care.
never
his
run into
story's
him
just
again.
over.
Yeah,
He
Jerry's
doesn't give
gone.
a fuck about Jerry. He's just like, these are the wrong bonds. You have to steal another thing.
No, he was like, it was just paperwork. It wasn't money. It was
It
just
wasn't-
paperwork.
It was, but it
But
was
he's
money.
lying. He
Yeah.
just wants them to do another job so he can frame them for it and then retire on the money he already has.
which he keeps in a safe in his office.
in his office. Not even
Not a
a
safe, a cabinet. It's the cupboard.
locker.
Damn it, there's so much to talk about.
They haven't gotten anywhere.
I didn't even think about the whole Jamaican thing.
Oh no, not the Jamaican.
We're not there though.
No.
They get the call from him, and then then the next day, God, when does stuff happen?
Yeah, so now Alex is dead. They're in that apartment. And
Yes,
now,
okay.
now
No,
the
that was
preacher.
Thursday.
Alex is dead in
that
the
was
bed in the
Thursday.
apartment.
That was Thursday because the next day, fucking the preacher shows up.
Yeah.
at their place.
Just-
He's
he
found
kills
them.
the bondsman.
Yes.
He kills the bondsman the day before.
Yep.
And then they see a news article about it, and then he barges
Into
into
the
their
door.
Yeah.
Immediately.
As soon as they read the article like about the guy who got killed, he comes barging in and is just like, "Oh, you're Slim. I'm from Australia."
Yeah,
I
his
think.
accent changes
Yeah,
It's
horribly.
fucking weird.
You must be Slim.
Yeah, you must be.
You are Frank. It's nice to meet you,
And
babe.
that's what, yeah, and then Frank gets all up in
Frank's
his
like,
face.
really, like, who the
and he's
fuck
like,
do you
well,
think
let's see
you
how
are?
good you
Bounce
bounce
off
on
of concrete. And he throws him out a
no,
fucking
but
window.
You barely see a movement.
Oh yeah.
It
It's
cuts
just
to
a
a
cut
shot
through the-
of Frank flying through a window and falling out of frame.
But the
Yeah.
window isn't like mostly glass.
It's like a
lot
wood
of-
window. It's
lot
a
of
giant
wood in it.
wood window.
And he throws him through the whole thing.
We don't
rips
know
out of
how
the wall.
tall the building is.
Nope.
No.
No,
We
Or
don't
what's
see
going
any
on.
establishing of what he's falling toward.
Nope.
But you see,
It makes no
There's
sound.
no sound
Yeah.
when he lands.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
you hear a splash.
Oh, do you hear a splash?
Yeah, you hear a splash.
Oh, we must have been like.
I think we were laughing at
Yeah,
that
yeah, we were
point.
probably
you
laughing.
hear a splash, and then the preacher guy's like, I didn't realize there was a pool outside that window.
Yeah.
Is what he says. Like
It
he
was
was
super
trying
funny.
to kill him.
It was really funny.
He was trying to kill him, but
That's
he didn't
why I
realize there was a
laughed.
pool out there. So
Yeah.
Frank should have died then.
Right.
But he had the whole premonition of the other thing.
Yeah,
whatever.
like, why are you making us
Here's
wait
the
for
thing:
his
is
death?
like Frank said, "I think I might die tomorrow," and then spends the rest of the movie falling off of things, and not dying.
Yeah. It's actually, that might actually be kind of a genius move. Though. Like, let's add this scene of him saying this and then not kill him for a while. Yeah, it's weird.
But then Otis is not in the room.
Yeah.
And he has a chance to get a drop on the preacher.
But he cocks his gun once he gets to
But he
the
fails
door.
miserably at it.
And
The
as soon as
preacher
he
hears
walks in, the
him.
preacher's already standing right by
Yeah.
the door.
Right.
And you're like, whatever.
And then
He forces-
Frank comes in. No.
No, Frank comes in later.
Yeah, Frank comes
Because he
in.
forces them. He's like, give me the bearer bonds. And they're like, look, they're in a bank. We'll get them to you. And he gives him $10,000. And he's like, here's $10,000. On Monday morning, I'm going to get them out of the bank and meet you at a place.
That
You've
is
got
what
the
happened.
weekend. You've got the weekend to get
Yeah,
this.
because he
to
says
me.
that. He's like, we got the weekend, right?
Yeah.
So now they got to do a job for the police that they know is a trap.
right.
They also have to get him the bail bonds. Their friend is dead, assumedly still in that bed from the last night.
Yep.
Now they plan a heist for 3 fucking days.
yeah.
With dead bodies.
He's just rotting.
in their apartment.
Yep.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
It's insane. That's when she takes him to lunch. And she's like, I know you robbed those banks. Saw you in the footage. He's like, you can't prove it. But why don't you find out why, if you say I did it, I didn't, because there's a mole in the police. And you're like, what is this movie?
yeah.
Were they at lunch when that happened?
Yeah, they were-
She took him to lunch.
Oh, okay.
She's polite. you
Yeah,
know?
sure.
I'm
We'll go
telling
grab
you,
some Panera.
she was in love with him.
No, but
Plus-
she explains. No, she explains in that scene that that was her detective work. Was she was like, this wasn't coincidence. I ran into you. I went rock
But then
climbing
she's just trying to
because you
justify
fit
it.
the profile.
She was trying to
And
find extreme guys.
Yeah.
So
And
she tried to
fuck
find
them
the
so
white
she
dude
knows
in
if
the
they
rock
have any
climbing gym.
Right, so once again,
Look,
we'll
she
repeat, it's a
fucks them to
coincidence.
know.
It's a fucking
No,
coincidence.
She fucks them on purpose so she can identify them by
Jesus Christ.
tattoos that might be covered up by masks and shit. She's a really good detective.
I think
Touch
you're.
your
I think I
hamstrings.
don't know. Man.
You get a good look at his entire body because you didn't know what the cameras were going to pick up.
God, I'm
Makes total
exhausted.
sense.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Okay, so she does that, but
Oh,
he's
so
like,
she says that.
but he's like, maybe look at your own police force. you
So
know?
she does. She goes to Magruder and she's like, I think I know who it is. And he's like, well, tell me. And she does. And he's like, I'll look into it.
Well, he's
Then
also
she
like,
goes,
that could be any, like anyone can have
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
tattoo. That doesn't
Right.
mean anything.
he was like, he said, you know how many people would just want to say they did it? And it's like, but then you're going to be investigated by the police. Nobody does that.
Yeah,
Like, oh, I
basically,
did
like
it.
his logic is he said that to you to get
It's
in
not
your
like
pants.
Banksy being
Like
like,
he's
I'm
trying to
Banksy.
fuck a cop.
You're right.
By telling a cop he robbed a bank.
Yeah.
Like that's Magruder's logic.
In his defense, though, she did say she gets hot from like looking into a suspect's eyes.
Well,
Yeah,
That's
that's true.
Well, but then she doesn't do that. She has the suspect,
And she just lets him
doesn't
go.
do it.
She doesn't do it.
Wow. Yeah, shit. Man.
So she goes to his office. She's
It's like an onion of shit.
Yeah, seriously.
She also says, I also think there's somebody in on it, and he looks all serious. He's like, well, why don't you keep your bullshit theories to yourself and get the fuck out of my office? So then, oh, Lord.
Now they have to
Are
go
we
get
at
the
the-
money out of the
Yeah,
cupboard,
yeah,
right?
now they gotta
get
I
some
don't
money.
even want to
They're
participate
gonna-
in this.
They're
Yeah.
going to steal the money out of Magruder's locker.
Can we do this quickly?
Yes,
Because it's
Please.
yeah,
it's
so,
more racism. We don't need it.
So Otis shows up and does the most racist character ever.
the worst Jamaican accent
He's-
I've ever heard
he's
in
very
my life.
bad Jamaican
Yes,
It's as
accent.
bad as the Southern or Australian accent the other guy's
Yeah.
trying to do.
And he shows up and they're like, "You're not
So
the normal
bad.
cleaning person," and he's like, "Yeah, but I'll just leave the cleaning supplies, mon." You know?
Yeah, you do it then. I don't give a fuck.
Bobsled. You know? and
He does
Right,
mumble
yeah.
just noises.
Right.
yeah, and
He's
so
like,
then,
"Shit,
so
yeah."
then they're like, "All right, fine, go clean the offices." And then he goes into just Magruder's office, immediately steals
Turns
the
on a
money,
vacuum cleaner.
like runs the vacuum cleaner,
Throws
steals
the money out the window.
Doesn't clean the office.
Doesn't
Doesn't
clean the
clean
office
it
at
anyway.
all. Just leaves.
then leaves. He's there like 10 minutes.
And the guy's like, where are you going? He's like, I got to go get Mr. Clean out of my barn.
Yeah,
I'll be
right.
back.
Boy.
and
Right.
then he gets to the van.
Lord of mercy.
Eins,
When he gets to the van, the cleaning lady's kidnapped.
1 foot of money.
Yeah,
right.
we have to talk about the cleaning lady.
Yeah, she's kidnapped. It's Frank and Otis are in the van, and they're like,
she's tied up.
and they're like, maybe we'll release you, or maybe we won't. Ha
Yeah,
ha
they're
ha
like-
ha.
Yeah,
An innocent cleaning
they didn't
woman.
say, hey,
Yeah,
here's
they might not.
$20,000 to just sit in the back of our van for a couple seconds because we got to go in there. No, they
Right.
tied and gagged her.
And we're smoking weed in front of her. She probably
Yeah.
thought she was gonna get raped.
Yeah, and they
what
didn't-
you
I mean, the movie's so
monsters!
rapist. Dude, the movie's so racist
it's
that woman was
monstrous.
like watching a black guy smoking joint and was like, well, I'm raped.
And they
That's
didn't
the end of
say
that.
sorry, we had to do this. We need to do
No.
it. You're an innocent bystander. They were like, we may or may not kill you.
Yeah.
Don't know yet.
And we guess what?
Lo Ciento.
We don't
find
know.
out.
We'll get
Never
to
see
it.
her again.
Never see her
We
again.
will. We
Guys,
might have. We'll get to it.
well, yeah,
I
okay.
have my theories.
Okay, but now I think next, if I'm not mistaken, now we have Magruder coming back to the police station.
Oh, God,
and this
why
is
are
the
we
next
closer to
day.
The next
And-
day, and
The
the guy's
same
like,
desk sergeant still
Jesus,
there.
I didn't realize.
The next
day
day.
of the next time. No, this is Monday morning.
This is Monday morning. Same desk sergeant still working.
big
for some
day. It's the
reason.
big day.
It's the big day.
Yeah.
Magruder comes in. The guy's like, "Hey, by the way, this might be nothing, but like, there was a
weird guy
weird
came in."
Jamaican man who showed up for 15 minutes and didn't clean anything, and he only went into your office." And he's like, "Well, let's go look in my office." And he
like, "Oh,
opens up
okay,
his
good."
locker. The bags are missing, and he's like, "Nothing's missing. You know, finger gun. They're out. Like, whatever. Okay, that's important. It's gonna be important."
Yeah.
Yeah.
They took the money, and he knows it's missing.
Yeah.
And it was an operation taking the money. He had
it was
to
a
put on a
big deal
disguise.
in the movie.
He had to assume an
It was
identity.
the comedy portion of the movie.
Yeah.
It was.
It was
the
silly
comic
Jamaican
relief.
music and
Yeah,
Otis
it was
being
nonsense.
crazy.
Yeah,
Silly.
comic relief.
Right. It was silly.
Then then is it the shot in the car of just one line of dialogue of like, "Hey, so we put that money back, right?"
Yeah, that's where
Wait, everything that we just went through
negated.
Yeah.
Also, you were so fucking suspicious when you went in there the first time.
How
How
the
did
fuck-
you get in a second time?
They show later he sits down and paper's blowing and his window's open.
Yeah.
And you're like,
We
come
don't
on.
know. Did they climb in through the window?
Why
We have
didn't they
no idea.
just do that before? They're extreme. They don't use doors.
Right.
What-
Yeah, God
We've
damn
seen
it.
them
Anyway,
climb things 3 times.
Right, so
my
why
God,
did
you're
the Jamaican
climbing
shit
the
have to
side
happen
of
at all?
We're at the last heist.
Yes!
We're
Heisters!
there.
The end of the
Oh,
heisters!
this should take 90 minutes tops.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been through a war.
Yeah, dude.
I'm exhausted.
It's
The last
really
heist
exhausting.
begins with
I don't remember what it began.
Good
Hawaiian
Lord.
shirts, right? And
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
oh,
They're all
Jesus.
wearing Tommy
They all
Bahama
look
shirts and
like-
bowler
they look
hats.
like Brad Pitt
Montagues
at the
and
end
Romeo
of 12
and Juliet.
Monkeys.
Well, the other thing too.
What is this? Why is this
You
happening?
look like a gang! What are you doing?
all dressed identical, but the entire police force is at a different bank because they're at the bank Magruder told them
to rob. But now
They're
they're
all
going to rob
casing
another
that
bank.
bank.
Right.
Why?
They're sitting on.
Why rob another bank?
Right, just do
You
nothing.
can prove that he was in on it by just not robbing the bank he sent every cop in the city
City too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, how did you get this information?
They just rob another bank for the fuck of it.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So they rob a different bank in their matching Hawaiian shirts.
And hats and sunglasses.
And hats and sunglasses.
And mustaches.
And
Flint has a
mustaches.
mustache.
I mean, they look like it's a costume
It's a
party.
joke.
Yeah,
It's a joke.
they have so much. You would just look at these 3 people.
Yeah.
If they were at a bank and be like, "What the fuck are these
What
guys?"
What are they
Something
doing?
fishy's
Dotson.
going on.
I got Dotson here.
Yeah, right. They look like that. Literally. Look like that
Literally.
scene. Yeah.
So they rob the bank.
They rob
They
the
rob
bank.
a bank with almost no problem. Then
Yeah,
they
it's
throw a
pretty
bunch
easy.
of
Well,
bombs.
dude, at this point,
They
they're
throw more
pros.
smoke.
Yeah, it's whatever.
They
Frank's
throw-
laughing and
Yeah.
Yeah,
dancing.
like Frank turns into Nicolas Cage. He starts throwing bombs. He's like, pulls out a gun. He's like, ah!
We're robbing a bank.
Finally
Like,
got
what
into
is
it.
this?
You know, he finally.
He's like,
found
I'm
his
never
phone.
gonna die.
I can fall off of whatever I want.
I thought I was gonna die. Now everybody's dying around me. I'm invincible. Jesus.
They get out, so they're driving. And then one cop car finds them because every other cop is.
Yeah,
like,
they pass
Every other
a
cop
cop
is at
car.
where Magruder
Yeah.
is.
So they're in their van.
Yeah,
the cop is
don't
chasing
forget that Deacon Frost puts the silencer on his weapon and says, it's time to say goodbye to you guys.
Yeah, because
And then
we did
cut.
skip a scene where the preacher convinced him that he should kill Otis and Frank,
Yeah.
so that he doesn't have to give all the money up and everything's a lot easier.
Yes.
them. Yeah.
So,
But again, we're so anxious to get to the end, but we forgot they're driving away from the heist in an Astro van very fast and cutting people off, and then a cop finds that
See,
suspicious.
yeah.
So he's gonna file him, and
If
then
they were just-
music, cue the music.
Cue the music. They go into an underground parking lot,
Yes.
which, as we all know, it's hard as shit to maneuver them at a slow speed.
Yes.
Remember, the thing is, when they come out of this parking lot, the Astro van flies out of the damn thing, lands perfectly.
Gets air somehow.
Lands perfectly, and then the cop car chasing them gets the same air and goes straight through
a city bus.
The city bus and lands.
Another racist
say-
moment where it's
racist moment,
a
'cause there's
black
like-
guy with dreadlocks smoking a joint, driving the
doesn't
bus.
notice.
Who doesn't notice?
Because he
that
has
there's a
headphones
car
on, you guys, because he's listening to
Yeah,
his
you wouldn't
rap
feel a
music.
car go through like a vehicle that he's driving.
There's time
he
he's
just
somebody
keeps-
dead on there.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
it had
that
bus.
bus.
It would
It
have
killed
killed
6
anyone
people.
sitting on that
Easily.
bus.
Oh, easily.
What
There
I'm
should have been
saying.
when the cop car went through. It should have been blood and bodies falling
Just-
out of
yeah.
the other
Holy
side.
fuck!
Like a
we forgot.
juicer.
God damn it!
What we couldn't have, we could not have forgotten.
We can't.
anything.
No, if we did, it's just gone. It's gone.
No.
It has to
It's
be.
really quick. Earlier in the earlier bank truck heist, there's that part where the cop car hits another cop car and it rolls over it, and then the cop car's window is
It's
like
all
smashed
flat
flat
toward the guy's
but he's
face.
still chasing him. But
Dude,
they show the
his
profile
face
shot,
is like
and
next to bent metal, and he's still driving.
he can't see a goddamn
Yeah,
thing.
it's really weird looking.
That's just quick. I just didn't want to let that slide. That shit was funny.
Yeah, so the one cop car that's after them runs into the bus, the city bus. City bus keeps going, but they've gotten away from everyone.
But somehow still like Magruder's in a car going like, where are they now? And somebody's telling
Yeah,
them.
now they're getting
Yeah.
onto this. Also, no helicopter to be seen in
No.
this final scene.
Yeah, the force that was there is no longer.
We don't know
Spent
what
all
happened
the
to the
gas
helicopter.
on the
Yeah.
helicopter.
But so they go to like a parking lot, and they park over top of a grate. And
So
there's
yeah,
a-
you presume that he's murdered Otis and
yeah, because now it's
Frank.
the scene that Lars was talking
Well,
about. The silencer.
I mean, that's a much bigger. I find this to be a huge deal because they're trying to get the audience think that they're
That
trying
he
to trick
killed them.
us into thinking that Steven Dorff
killed them.
has killed Otis and Frank.
Which they're not.
Well, it's like, of course he did, and we know that. And then it's this weird thing where he's like, "Oh, they're in the back." So that the preacher,
Yeah, so the
the
preacher,
preacher
rolls
will
up.
walk around and be like, he
This
opens
is
the door.
it.
He sees two
This is the best part of
Two
the movie.
bodies in body bags.
bodies
Sitting up.
under
sitting
sheets.
up.
Sitting up under
It's not
sheets.
body bags, dude. It's like
There's
like
no blood
they
soaking
sheets?
through.
Oh, okay.
There's no blood soaked
the
through the
preacher
sheets.
doesn't ask why it looks like this.
No,
like,
he goes.
I'll just assume there's two living beings.
No. He
thought
thinks
they were
might
dead.
be dead.
Okay.
But he was like,
doesn't
"Can I
trust
make
it."
sure?"
Right.
What he's thinking is either they're dead
Or this is a trap.
this is a trap. They're hiding under these sheets. I'm going to look at them. They're going to throw the sheets off and just gun me down.
So he just shoots
So I'm
him.
not falling for that. I'm going to shoot
one
these dead
3
bodies.
times, 1 2 times, which is also important because he runs out of bullets.
Yeah.
He shoots 1 3 times, 1 2 times. So there was no blood through the sheets at first. He shoots them, blood
Yeah.
comes through the sheets, both bodies.
So that's
So
good enough
that's
for him.
2 human bodies
Bodies.
that are dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
This is very important.
Yeah.
They're in the shape
right.
of humans.
And it is now Monday morning when people died on Thursday.
Yes. Yeah. So it's been 4
Also
days.
important.
Also important.
Right.
Yes.
So,
So he shoots these
so then
bodies.
he gets in the passenger seat.
Then he
wants
gets-
And
his
you
money.
hear a click.
There's a clicking noise.
Yeah.
Steven Dorff's like, there's a mine under your seat, you fuckhead. And
If
then
you
they,
move, it's gonna blow up.
No, wait, actually, I remember Steven Dorff saying, you know those army mines that arm when you put all their weight on, all your weight on them? Like, you just described a mine.
Right. Yeah, you could just
Army
say,
mine.
Yeah, you
that
don't have to.
arm
You know
when
those
you put
guns that
weight
shoot
on it.
bullets when you
Mine,
pull the
like it-
trigger?
Yeah, just say, it's a mine.
It's a mine. You just gotta say it's rigged to explode. It's,
Yeah.
it's a
He was
rig-
worried the guy wouldn't get the concept.
Yeah, right.
He goes to shoot him. They struggle over the gun. He fires off while they're struggling. He's like, you're out of bullets.
Yeah.
And then Steven Dorff's like, peace out. I'm out of here. Because all the cops are there.
They've now pulled up.
And the cops are like, get out of the car. We're going to kill you. And Steven Dorff's like, I'm out. And he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, I'm going to climb out through this hole that Otis and Tim.
I really feel like it's visible too. It's a high car. You would.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
you don't
like
see
the
this
cops
you
until
don't
after
see
the
It's an
end.
Astro
far
van.
away.
I'm sorry, they do like they think it's a clever ending. We don't see any of this yet.
No, we
see
don't see
that
that.
happen.
Oh,
we
right,
see
we
them
see-
struggling in the car,
and then the car
police
explodes.
shows up.
Because the preacher's
Then-
like, it's not a mine under here.
I'm
Kaboom.
gonna get up.
It wasn't a mine. Apparently, it was an atom bomb.
Which is you guys were all
Wait a
like, wait a
minute.
minute, wasn't Steven Dorff in the car?
No, but
Yeah,
here's the
'cause they
thing. What's
don't- 'cause
weird
they don't
about the
show
edit?
him.
What's weird about the edit is they're trying to make us think that Steven
Steven
Dorff
Dorff
is
died
still
in
in
the
the car,
car.
but they leave in the preacher
Getting
specifically talking to himself about
About
Steven
Steven
Dorff.
Dorff.
Yes.
So it's like if you're trying to ruse us, the
failed.
audience, into thinking he's still in the car, you don't leave somebody going, "Well, he better have been kidding."
Well,
you know
no,
what I mean?
I think
Like-
it's- no,
What do you
it's
mean I just
more
got
like-
off the turnip truck?
I
You're
think
right.
the explosion is supposed to trick Natasha ham sandwich into stop
It is,
looking
but I'm
for
talking
him.
about what you're
But
the
also the way it's-
filmmaking
Yeah,
of it.
I
You
know,
know
I
what
know,
I mean?
I know. Yes, yes.
Like, you're not fooling us, so why do all this Tarantino mixing
Yeah,
of
none of
time
this has
shit?
worked. We don't believe that Otis and Frank are dead.
No.
We don't believe that
Right.
Stephen Dorff is
Every
dead.
ruse on us has been failed.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But they go
Yeah.
to great lengths to make us think that.
Right.
So the car
Yeah.
explodes, and it shows Magruder on TV being like, yeah, they killed themselves instead of facing the penalties for their crimes. You're like, a chief of police said that? Are you kidding me? I go, we get fired immediately. Then she's like, that's bullshit. And then
Now they want to
she
check
gets
his office.
no, she gets a letter.
Yeah, they go into the
So
station.
you got a package, and it's a plane ticket to
Rio de
Rio that
Janeiro.
says like,
that says Slim.
there's 200 banks in Rio,
Yeah.
Slim. So she's
She,
like, holy
laughs.
shit. He knew about it. That's how she figures out he knew about it. And then when does it show what really happened? I think right then.
Well,
Right then.
I think right then it shows when because it shows her.
No,
it shows her like with another police officer be like, Magruder was in on it. He's got money in his closet, and he's like, no, I don't. I'll open it. I
Because
don't
he
give a
doesn't
fuck.
know that line of dialogue
He
happened.
didn't know that
They just put
80-yard
it back
line of
in.
dialogue
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
So he opens it and there's money. He's like, "What the fuck?" And then it shows you like
now we
what
cut to-
what actually happened, and it raises the biggest question in the movie to me, which is, he's like, "Hey, peace out. You're gonna blow up in that mine. I'm out of here." And he's like, "What do you mean?" He climbs out a hole in the bottom of the van. There's a manhole cover. He's gonna escape. He goes, "Well, then who are these two bodies?" And he only uncovers one.
And it's Jerry the racist.
And it's
Was it Jerry the Racist?
who died fucking 5
5
days
days
ago.
ago.
Looks good for being
Looks
dead.
fine.
For 5 days,
For
yeah.
5 days.
Yeah.
So then,
And then that's it.
who is the other
Other body. Yeah.
There was the tied up woman, and then there's Alex.
Yeah, either it's an innocent woman or it's like
or
his
it's their
girlfriend.
friend.
Because it's like, why put that line that Otis says is, "We might let you go." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, did
why
they?
why was that ever entertained to make this innocent woman suffer?
Right.
If there wasn't like a reason to have another dead body.
But the
then
body
again,
wasn't
Tank
moving
Girl
when they
exists.
opened the guard.
And like you said, just from a sympathy aspect, you were in love with this
her,
woman.
yes.
You're
Blew her
gonna
up.
decimate her fucking body.
Yes!
You know, let some guy plug it. Like, yeah.
Well, but-
he just was planning to blow them up.
Yeah.
They're looking for 3 bodies. It's
Okay,
like,
but if that's
Jesus Christ, dude.
okay, but the alternative isn't better because then they didn't desecrate her corpse by blowing it up, but they just left it in the apartment. Like she's just in
Yeah,
bed.
they either murdered an innocent woman or they still have her corpse. It's like
Just rotting
necromantics
in a
his
fucking bed.
bedroom.
yeah,
Yeah,
He's
it's
just like sucking the
we're
eyeballs out of
never
her
gonna
skull.
know. It doesn't matter.
No,
We'll
I know. It's
never
just a question I had at
fucking
the end of this
know.
movie that I was just like, well, who the fuck was that saying? Why uncover one of them?
right.
If
Yeah.
Not show us the
It's
second
a
one.
sheet.
Lars, answer the question. Why? Why would you uncover one of them
Hey,
only?
hey, man. Hey, you gotta leave something to the imagination. If there's anything we learned about this movie, is that they like to leave a lot of shit up to the audience. You figure it out, dickhead. You know what
I'm
I mean?
surprised they
Like,
didn't just
seriously.
do that. Like, I didn't want to. Like, don't show me a non-uncovered body. Just show me them on the plane later.
That's the thing is like, as an
Yeah.
audience member, I don't like to be spoon-fed the plot, but I do like to know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, every now
at
and
any
then.
given point.
Who's dead?
Yes.
Whose body
body
was
is
that?
dead?
How am I supposed to feel? I don't
Weren't
know.
they in a high-speed chase? When did they get the bodies? The bodies weren't there earlier
Right,
in the
that you don't
scene.
see. Yes,
No.
yeah,
They
exactly.
had to pick up 2 dead bodies.
Where were they chilling?
From their hideout while they were being chased by the police.
They also don't forget.
What are you talking
Wait,
about?
Don't forget that while getting the bodies, someone else had to break into Magruder's office
And put-
at the same day to put the money back.
No. This is Otis's weekend. Sunday night, 10:30 p.m. I gotta pretend to be a Jamaican and break into an office to steal money. This could go horribly wrong, and I could go to jail. I managed to do that. Like 6 hours later, at like 4:30 a.m., he's got to sneak back in while they're closed.
Through the window.
Through a window he left open
And he's
and put
probably
it
saying
back
to himself,
in.
"Why the fuck did I just do this the first time?"
Well, and the
You know what I
question-
mean?
Wait.
Hold on,
no.
why? Because Magruder wouldn't have known they took the money unless someone asked him to open the locker.
Right, yeah, right,
Which
so
they
they
didn't
say-
set up. So they would know that he would think it was empty.
But why does
shit happen?
But why does it matter? But why does it matter if he thinks it's empty because he sabotaged into
At the
opening
end.
it? So even if he thought the money was in there, he still would have had to open
Open it
It didn't
regardless.
matter that he thought it was empty.
empty.
He has to fucking open his locker because otherwise they're gonna be like, why won't you open
your locker?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the boss walks in the room and goes, "Open up the cabinet."
Yeah, you would have accomplished this.
What the hell does it matter what he thinks is inside?
Yeah, right. Jesus
God damn it.
Christ.
So the end of the movie is this is amazing. Natasha,
Oh yeah, we're not done.
so
good.
Natasha Henstretch. She
Henstretch.
she stops a plane.
Yeah,
And
because she has the ticket.
she's like, they're on this plane. She walks up to three people that look like them on the plane.
It's the best moment in the
Yeah,
whole movie,
exactly.
honestly.
And she's
They-
like,
the
The
description-
car, like the tanker being on its side was one
all
thing,
bullshit.
but the feat
And
of
they-
writing this scene is so bigger. Like somebody sat there and was like, "This will happen."
And yeah, so it's like you
that is more of a stunt than anything.
Yeah, you see that behind. It's like. No, but it's great because the camera angle too. You see the backs of the three
Yeah,
people.
it's three people.
So
It's Steven
Shaggy
Dorff
hair,
and
spiky
Otis
hair,
and
black
Frank.
guy.
Man.
Clearly, our three. They're dressed
Frank
like
is
them.
still alive, by the way. Has not died.
Did
Why
not
was
die.
that scene in there?
To the end. Yeah, so you see the backs, and Natasha Hendricks is walking up.
What?
Natasha Hamstring.
Species.
Natasha Henpeck is
Man stretch.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Natasha
Mayonnaise.
Chicken.
Natasha Mayonnaise. As well.
Mayonnaise
All right,
stretch.
now I'm following you.
Okay, so she walks up, and she's like, "I
I
got
told you I'd never stop.
Yeah, I told you I'd never stop. Guy spins around, different guy.
Different guy.
Other two guys spin around.
And he
different.
also says, "My name is whoever was on the
Yeah,
ticket."
he says my
"I'm
name is
Slim
Slim
I won a
Slavernick."
contest.
I'm Slim, whatever. I won the
Slim
midnight
Slavernick.
croquettes flight.
Yeah, right. It was like another fucking Fifth
Lilo
Element
Dallas
reference.
Multipass.
Yeah,
Right. I won a contest and I brought my two friends and they both turn around and it's like a doppelganger.
Yeah,
It's
same
like Otis and
hair,
Frank.
same
It's like,
height.
wait a minute, I can buy that you found a guy who looks like Steven Dorff, but you found a guy who you know has two best friends that he would bring on a trip
Bob.
that looked
Bob.
like my two friends.
Bob, you ready for me to blow your mind?
Oh, shit.
Are you ready for me to blow
Yes!
your mind?
I can't take any more of this.
His name has been Slim Saverneck or whatever since the beginning of the movie.
And it was all for this guy?
Knew that guy
No! No!
before they did the first heist.
Right, he had
He's
this
been
plan.
calling himself Slim Saverneck
He
or
found
whatever.
the guy who fit the description
First heist.
this whole time.
And he's had that plane trip planned for like a week and a half. Like, you have to assume that everyone knows his name's Slim Saverneck. There can't be another guy that looks just like him who also is named Slim Saverneck. Like, how much of this did he actually plan out? Like, is he a super genius? Why is he not taking over the world? Like, if he had that much shit in order to know, maybe I'll name myself that guy look like who has friends like mine in case in a week and a half I have to pretend I murdered myself. God, like, what are you talking about? Oh, this movie's amazing.
Also, he goes to all that trouble. Everyone in this movie finds him within 5 minutes.
Yes.
Oh
Like,
my God.
He has not fooled anyone.
Yeah, he hasn't at all. And then
brilliant.
they have champagne and they smile.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
because
our friends
once
are
again,
dead. Yay.
once again, dressed like a boy band. Once again, all in matching suits.
Yeah, they're all
They're
matching
on
suits.
a private jet, just like, hey,
Hey.
guys, hey.
Oh, everyone's dead. Fuck
Dude,
them.
they can do anything.
Yeah, they can.
Fucking Nick Frost or whatever his name
They
is.
found Saberneck.
Yeah.
Dude.
And Natasha Hacksaw is just like, oh, well. Oh, fuck it.
No, she seriously was like, those boys of mine.
You know what? He fucks good. Let him alone.
Yeah, she like
you
laughs
guys,
about it.
you guys aren't the guys I'm looking for. Da, 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 da,
Oh, God damn it.
da, 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 da.
I
I wish there was like Animal House freeze frames of everyone, like
oh, yeah,
said
what
what
happened
happened to him.
Yeah.
That would have been
Frank
better
never
than the
died.
movie.
Yeah,
Show me
Frank
a
never died. He
description.
invested all his money into turning himself into a cyborg so he could live forever. That would be awesome.
I just want the I just want the last Animal House thing to say too. 3 minutes after this movie ended, they base jumped out of their private jet.
Dude, that would have been the perfect ending.
That's the way it should have
You
ended.
just saw like
out
the
of the
wide
jet.
shot, and then they just do.
Dude, Heisters 2, where it starts when Natasha Heisters on like an F1, like an
And she
F-15.
jumps out of
Just
that.
like she's coming at their plane, and they're
It's
like,
like the scene-
I thought this might have happened. Good that we brought a crazy spider.
I'm watching
like
that.
squirrel
I'm
suit.
watching that
They just
movie.
dive out of the plane, and that's the opening. It's Heisters 2.
Oh my god!
But she has
It's gonna be like the Fast 6 of
I know, right?
Heisters.
She has to
It's gonna
work
be
with
so
her, right?
long.
Yeah, like somehow they have to work with her, like to take down someone else.
I wish this was like this had a Fast and Furious level franchise.
Oh,
too.
God.
I would.
I'd
By
be
the time
all
we
over
got to
that shit.
7, nothing would make.
Yeah.
I mean, this doesn't make sense now.
No.
It took us 2 hours to talk about
Jason Statham is fucking Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Who is anyone? Who are these characters anymore? God damn it! Well,
Oh,
that's
it's
it.
beautiful.
We're done talking
we
about
can't
this.
talk about this anymore.
It's over. Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Heisters.
Thank you.
Heisters.
Look up Steel and call it Heisters.
Don't
That's
pick
the
up
name.
rock climbing.
Never
You
forgive
might
you
end
fuckers
up
for this.
having
Yeah.
to explode your girlfriend.
Bye. I'm done. I can't even talk anymore.
Boom, boom, boom.
Like 2 hours?
Dude, it's all, yeah. It's almost 2 hours.
You have just listened to Bonus Disc. Questions, comments, and movie suggestions can be posted to facebook.com/bonusdisc. Opinions and criticisms of the hosts and guests of Bonus Disc are 100% valid because they sit high atop Judgment Mountain. So quit your whining.